But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
All right. Monday. Yeah.
It's a Monday. It's a Monday. Good morning. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show.
Hello.
Go Jets go, huh?
Oops.
How about them Jets?
Oops.
How about them?
How about that?
How about them Brett Favre Jets?
Brett Favre.
It's Matt Castle's getting the job done for the Patriots.
Well, Favre's little interception throw there didn't help.
No.
That was the nail in the coffin, as they say.
Jets 1-1. Pats 2-0.
Giants
2-0.
Yes. Big Blue, as they call him. Big Blue.
Hate Big Blue. Yuck. Yuck to the Big Blue fans.
And then I got a text from Kenny, very nice. Billy Mack was offering me Yankee tickets for Thursday. And I said, no.
Why?
Why do I want to see that team right now?
Only because it's the ceremony of the last game of the season, or one of them the last game?
One of the last games. It's not the last game, which I'd go to the last game.
I would even go to that.
I'd go to the last game. I think this is the third to last game.
Yeah.
Who cares? So I could sit in the stadium that's going to be this whole hallowed ground of Yankee Stadium thing. I ain't buying it.
Where are you getting these tickets from again?
Billy Mack?
Billy Mack.
Hope we didn't give them away yet, Billy.
Very nice and all, but you want like the second to last game, the last game.
Want the last? The last game at Yankee Stadium. All right, I'll take that.
You want to be at the stadium the day after the last game to get whatever the hell you want. Oh, you know that's going on.
Just like pilfer.
Oh, you know there's going to be like a special invite.
Yeah, come on in with some wrenches and whatever you need,
and some sledgehammers and some saws, and enjoy yourself. Packers, by the way, 2-0.
Oh, Packers?
Yeah, without the Brett Favre up there. And
go Pack, go.
And
go Pack, go.
And Cheesehead Country, they're 2-0 without Brett Favre. So it's a little weird. We get the Brett Favre. We're 1-1. Pats don't have Brady. They're 2-0.
Mm-hmm.
Packers don't have Brett Favre. They're 2-0 with their new quarterback. So far, so good with this football season. Then you got the Giants still doing very well.
Yeah. Big Blue, they're called.
I know. I know.
You just love saying that on the news. And Big Blue. Shut up, Coleman.
Was anyone surprised that the Pats beat the Jets? When we started talking about the game at the end of last week, I'm thinking to myself, I think that this is a win for the Pats.
Well, Brett Favre was kind of the wild card in that one. If Brett Favre wasn't in there, you'd think, like, all right, yeah, obviously the Pats are going to win.
Yeah.
But...
Well, see, because people think Brady's the whole team.
Mm-hmm.
And if you live in the Boston area, you understand more than the rest of the country that that's just not true.
Mm-hmm.
They got a very, very strong team up there.
Sure.
A great coach, a very strong team, star quarterback down and out. Could get tough as the year goes on. I don't know. But so far, so good.
Yeah. We'll have to see.
Yeah. And then over the weekend, kind of bummed about Hurricane Ike. I was telling Anthony we need a new storm,
a new type of disaster storm thing.
I'm getting bored with these hurricanes. They're not doing the damage that I'm expecting them to do.
No, they just kind of wheel in. People are prepared.
And Stump Brain's laughing in the background. But hey, if they're gonna present it like they do on TV, I'm hoping for the big payoff.
Yeah.
You know, you wake up and it's like, oh, it's a hurricane doing what it does.
Yeah, it's a hurricane. If you're on the beach, you're screwed.
Yeah.
Other than that,
I love the people. I ain't leaving. I've been here for 40 years. I ain't leaving.
Like that old guy with Mount St. Helens.
Yeah.
That old guy is like, I'm staying here. Oh, they warned me, but I hope his skin was searing in his last seconds when he went, maybe I should have left.
Oh, ass.
Ow. Ow!
Yeah, I love those guys. They're old
lava.
They're old school. They've been in that area forever. And
Yeah.
I'm not scared of no hurricane.
Oh.
Well, they're still searching for that guy and many others in Galveston.
The last thing they yell as the lava's killing them is, all right, I'm going.
Ow, 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 as it just slowly engulfs them.
I've never been hit by any even a little bit of lava. But I gotta think it really hurts. Mm-hmm. It's probably very hot.
How much lava can you take, you think?
I think probably a speck of lava on you would be the worst searing pain of your life.
I would take a teaspoon.
A teaspoon
I would
of
take
lava.
A teaspoon of lava.
It's melted rocks.
All right.
You couldn't possibly take a teaspoon.
I would take a teaspoon of lava.
Where?
On my bag. Yeah, what for the hell? For the goof.
All righty.
For the goof.
Where can we get some lava? Call the lawyers. We want to dump lava on Opie.
Yeah, tell them that I want to take a teaspoon of lava to my my bag.
1,200 degrees.
That's why only a teaspoon.
Oh, okay.
It's going through the chair.
It's going through the teaspoon.
It's going to melt.
The teasppoon will just melt in there.
Wait, lava goes through teaspoons.
If it's
all right, now we got a problem with our bit. How are we gonna present the lava in teaspoon form without a teaspoon?
Now logistics. This doesn't work. Another bit we're not going to be able to do.
We'll dip you into the volcano.
All right, yeah, you can. Yeah, but who can I trust to dip me just a teaspoon amount?
Yeah,
E-Rock.
Yeah, all right.
I fell in lava once.
No, you didn't. What happened?
I had to get up.
Let's say hi to Brian in the Bronx.
Maybe if I had some lava.
Yeah, Brian.
What's up, guys? Good morning. Listen, we got another hurricane coming about 9 o'clock, 9:30. It's man-made. Hurricane Lehman Brothers.
Hurricane Lehman Brothers is hitting New York City, and actually it's hitting the world.
If you're in the market, panic, sell everything. Sell, Mortimer.
Well, you got the Lehman Brothers, a financial company, going belly up.
Yeah.
And then someone's going to buy them. I don't even know who because I don't follow it that closely. And they decided, we ain't buying this piece of crap company because they wanted like...
it was Bank of America, yeah.
Oh, it was Bank of America? They wanted a guarantee from the government that they would be bailed out if there's problems or something like that, right? Am I
Bank of America is buying Merrill Lynch.
They just bought Merrill Lynch, but they were also in talks with Lehman Brothers for a while, and then they said, wow, they're in trouble, and the government's not bailing them out.
Yeah.
And what's his name? Who was the old Fed guy?
Greenspan.
Greenspan said, he goes, I don't think the government should bail them out. He goes, there are companies that are going to survive and companies that are going to fail.
Yeah.
He goes, why should the government step in and save every failing company? It's like just, survival of the fittest kind of thing.
Sure.
But they dragged everyone in on a Sunday on their day off at Lehman. Imagine getting that call. You're just like at home.
Yeah, you want to come in today?
It's Sunday.
Yeah, we got an important announcement to make, though. Why don't you come in? Just bring a box. Bring just any box. Big enough for, I don't know, let me just pick something at random. All your stuff here.
All right.
If you didn't know any better, it just looked like coverage of Hurricane Ike.
Yeah.
People preparing for Hurricane Ike.
Lehman refugees.
Yeah, they're removing their boxes of material from their, in this case, their cubicles instead of their houses.
Do you think they all had their nameplate on top of the box? Yeah. That's how it is in the cartoons when people are fired.
But it's a bad scene. They were hauling their stuff out of the building.
Yeah, that's got to be depressing on a Sunday.
So 9:30, it's going to be interesting to say the least to see what happens to the market. What's happening in Tokyo? We take our cue from Tokyo. What's going on in Tokyo?
Tokyo's down 5%, and the London markets are frozen.
Blimey.
They're freaking out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They don't even want to take a chance?
No, but that's 12,000 people in New York are going to get cut, and that's 26,000 employees worldwide for these guys. That's a big hit.
Yeah. Well, I think we'll get through it.
Yeah.
They always talk about these things like they're... And it really is a good buying opportunity, I think. Once this collapses today, pick a few stocks, some real good ones that are just pulled down in the muck of today. Some of your blue chips, and
you make it
scoop a few up.
You make it sound so easy. Which ones?
What's not disappearing that takes a dip? That's what you got to think. What's not going away tomorrow? Although, didn't think Lehman Brothers was going away.
Right.
So.
I'm going to go with oil. Some oil company.
Yeah, they're probably high though these days.
Yeah,
I know it's not going away. Pete's Emporium of Welcome to 2008 hats.
Emporium. I love that it's an emporium.
Emporium.
I don't know why. It's Pete. Ted must be upset that he didn't think of it.
No, Jim's throat hurts.
Oh,
And Pete is soft-spoken.
Oh, Pete's here today, not Ted.
Pete is soft-spoken.
Anthony, how was that Corvette? I was hearing some chatter in the office.
Well,
were you happy with the Corvette this weekend?
I take the sports cars out on the weekend. I like cruising around. I have my stories that make people a little nervous because I like driving fast. I didn't drive the Z06 very fast.
Why?
The Z06 Corvette. I don't like it. It's squirrely, and it doesn't handle well. It kind of feels like it's going to leave the road when you stomp on it. You jump on that thing, it'll move, but you got to have two hands on the steering wheel and really kind of, keep the thing in lane. And if you stomp on it and go to change lanes at the same time,
forget about it. Huh?
Like I'm thinking, if you're at Englishtown, New Jersey, the thing probably kicks ass. You burn out, you heat your tires up so the rear end doesn't go out to the side like it does when you jump on it. And then hold your straight line until you cross the finish line. But around turns, if you're goosing it at speed, like I was driving in this morning in it, and I'm like, I'm doing 85, and I really don't like the feeling this car's giving me.
At 85?
At 85. And I drive my Escalade in at 95 sometimes, and it handles better. I just didn't like it. I like my Shelby better. I like the weight of the Shelby a little bit. It makes it handle better. People say it oversteers it a little bit. I don't think it does at all.
Is it safe to say that you didn't get this car up over 100?
No, I got at one point.
Is this the first car you didn't get over 100?
No, at one point I got it to 104. But that was it, and I was like, ugh.
And you backed it right off.
Yeah, didn't like it. Sorry, vet owners. Sorry, Z06 people that are just like, it's the best car ever. I drove it.
You know what you're doing, right?
I didn't like it.
We're gonna have nothing but Corvette phone calls. This morning.
I know. People will be bitching.
They're gonna have
people
to defend
like
their Corvettes now.
They like their vets. The vet owners are very loyal car guys and stuff like that. If you like it, that's fine. Don't call up and say you got a bad one or this, that, the other. Whatever. I personally didn't like the car.
Oh boy.
So I hope next week I get the Ferrari again because I really didn't like this one very much.
And how much did? Oh, whatever.
And I've never driven a car, any car, including the Escalade again, that went through as much gas as this thing went through. Holy Jesus.
The Corvette?
Yeah. I had like a half a tank, and I have to get local, but I got to, get it to you. I had about a half a tank at exit 49 on the expressway, and I was running out of gas at exit 63.
49 to 63, 14 exits.
Dude.
About 2 miles per exit. Maybe that's a little high. So
yeah.
You're talking, let's call it 25 miles.
Dude, it was sick, yeah.
It's safe to say 25 miles.
I was driving a little, brutal. I was kind of, bomb, bomb, bomb.
While you're watching the needle just go.
Yeah, and then I look down and I hear boom, 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 low fuel warning. Like, what is this thing got a leak?
How are you driving on the right? The two tires tipped up so it was leaking out the side?
Yeah, I know, exactly. It just poured through gas.
Man.
I don't know. I didn't really, I didn't like it very much. That's my review of the Z06 Corvette.
See the gas prices kind of ticking upwards just because of this Hurricane Ike day?
You got to gouge when there's a hurricane in the Gulf. Our refineries apparently all get wiped out and have to be rebuilt.
Yeah.
They close these things down. They batten down the hatches, and they're fine. I think they lost 3 of them came up from their moorings. But they batten them down where they protect from oil spills and leaks and everything. And then they just remoor them. It's not like they're wiping out our oil production.
Well, what happens, they got to turn the whole thing off for a few days.
Yeah, for a couple of days.
That messes up the production. I love the price gougers, and you're not supposed to price gouge. But, Joe freaking gas station owner is like, oh, Hurricane Ike, he goes out there and
Wait, what does he sound like?
Huh?
What does he sound like? Oh, Hurricane Ike. Hurricane Ike! It must get...
But they get their stepladder out immediately and go, well, there's a price gouging law, but I know I could still push this 7 to 10 cents without anyone noticing.
The guy's whistling with a smile on his face with that big stick with the hook on it and all the numbers under his arm.
Yeah, he's got his numbers in a briefcase. He's got the stepladder.
Yeah.
And he's going up that ladder. He goes, those guys are fully aware of how far they can push it before people take notice and go, hey, you're price gouging.
I take down the 3, I put up the 4.
Right. Yeah, they just sneak it up a few cents.
Bastards.
Absolutely. So that was a non-eventful weekend if you're not getting your car up over 100.
Yeah.
That sucks.
It was, yeah, I know. Kind of ticked me off, but I'll get another one.
Yeah.
I'll get one next week.
All right. Just getting warmed up. It's a Monday. Oh, we were talking about Hurricane Ike, and everyone's like, did you see Geraldo get knocked over by a wave? Yes.
Oh.
I think we got the audio. We'll play right after the break.
Geraldo.
This Geraldo, I don't know. He's kind of got a death sentence. I don't know what his deal is these days.
He's trying to, He's trying to get his popularity back is what he's trying to do.
He's
trying to be the sensational guy that gets the clip that other news agencies play.
Well, he sees that the clock is ticking. He sees that there's a bunch of young gunslingers out there.
Yeah.
And they're taking his place, so he's trying to, be noticed.
Yeah, so he's got to get, pushed over by a wave. He's got to sit there the entire hurricane.
Yeah.
The eye is coming.
I guess what? He waited until the eye passed over? That was his big thing?
And what time was that? 3 in the morning?
3 in the morning when no one's watching. There's Geraldo in the middle of the eye with the stars out and the crickets, doing their cricket thing.
Some firefighters.
Yeah, we'll play the clip after the break.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Opie and Anthony just getting warmed up. Lots of phone calls already. Very cool. We'll go to the phones next as well. 877-212-ONA. Hey, good morning to everybody. So, do you think Righteous Kill was number 1 at the box office with all that promotion they had last week?
Righteous Kill!
They were on as many movie screens as humanly possible. It was one of those big openings, right?
A lot of press that they, both the huge stars did, De Niro and Pacino. And, wow, it should have been number 1.
It was number 3.
Oh, no.
$16.5 million.
Oh, that doesn't pay for the salary of one of those guys.
The movie is a bust. Because the number is going to go down from here. Big time.
Yeah.
It's going to have a big drop-off second
What
week
do you
out.
think, Turk?
I think week 2 will be $40, Rooster. I forgot Turk and Rooster.
Turk and Rooster in the morning.
Turk and Rooster. How do you forget Turk and Rooster? $16 million.
I would love to talk to the people that thought it was going to be a good movie.
Yeah.
And get their reactions today on our show.
Who thought it was going to be good?
Well, Rotten Tomatoes it's down to 23% positive reviews.
Eek.
And dropping. No, I think people get tricked because they see them on these TV shows, and these TV shows aren't going to be honest with their viewers.
No, we aren't honest with our listeners when we have people in.
We try to be.
Well, after they leave.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, but they should do the same thing.
I know, after they leave, boy, it was stinkeroo.
Look, we did that because they, weren't going to come on the show otherwise, and now that they're gone, we got to tell you, this movie's a big stinker.
Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah, you're right, Anthony. Righteous Kill, $16.5 million at the box office. That's not good. That's not a good one.
I've had enough of those two putting out their rotten products. Before this was 88 minutes for Pacino.
Yeah.
Why don't you stop? This rotten product.
Yeah.
And I'm just hoping stupid Colin is awake right now.
Yeah. Day 5.
And can I take note that the Mets are barely holding on?
Yes. Fingernails.
It reminds me of the scene from Caddyshack where Ted Knight has to break out the Billy Baroo. That's where the Mets are right now. They're just holding on, and they need it.
It's a biggie. First place.
They need the old Billy Baroo
to
get the job done. The Phillies are only a game out. This is like going down to the wire with the dumb Mets.
Always,
right?
It's the Met mating call.
That was last year, my friend.
Well, hopefully they won't repeat that.
We got rid of the cause of that choke. His name was Willie Randolph. Remember him?
Yeah, apparently not many people do. They were all outraged at his firing in the middle of the night, and now they're like, who?
Yeah.
We don't care. They're in first place.
Willie who? Yeah, they changed their tune really fast on that one. Turned out to be a brilliant move by the Mets organization.
Certainly was.
Such a good move that poor Willie had to get back into the Yankee pinstripes this summer and go to an old timers game at Yankee Stadium to get some love because he's not getting it at Shea anytime soon.
No.
All right, so we got Geraldo getting knocked over.
Yeah, what happened there?
Well, do we want to play the old one from only a week ago, 2 weeks ago?
Well, please. Anytime we can show Geraldo as the douche he is,
you know what?
I say yes.
I think it's worth one more play. This is Hurricane Gustav, and Geraldo just made a complete fool of himself, and then he's got his follow-up hit today.
Yeah.
Where he gets knocked over by a wave. But
his follow-up hit.
Yeah, but first, well, he's just looking for attention.
Sure.
So we go back to Hurricane Gustav for this gem.
That this is in fact the industrial canal?
Yes, it is, Harris.
It is.
It is.
Yes,
and to the right would be the eastern edge of the industrial canal, which would lead you to the lower Ninth Ward. If memory serves, the bridge that Geraldo's on, his camera was looking north to Lake Pontchartrain and then east to the lower Ninth Ward. Let's bring them up now. Ball. Who's in the water?
What is that? It is a person.
Where?
There's a person there along the garage wall. You see right there, goddammit. Look right by that building, that little building. You see that ball? Right, you see it?
I'm looking.
And you're watching it, Hooper.
Viewers at home, we have not seen this video yet. It's coming in hot to us by way of New Orleans. You're watching it and hearing it for the first time that we are.
Yeah,
there's clearly a person in the water. There might be more than one. We don't know.
It's a person. There's a person stranded. There's a person stranded.
Speculation right there.
Yeah.
There's a person stranded. I'm telling the
shark's eating him.
Quick, guys. Look, there's a person in the water there. Right there, a person in a life jacket.
It's a man on the wing. You dolt.
There's a person in the... He's swimming. Oh, he's got a lifeline. He's got a lifeline. He's got a lifeline. Oh, my God. All right, they get him safely on board? Is he safely on board? Looks like he's safely on board. It was unbelievable. It was a man in the water with a life jacket on. I don't know what they...
Unbelievable. A man in the water with a life jacket. That is beyond belief.
That falls into the realm of very believable.
Yeah. Yes, of course. He's in the water with a life jacket and a lifeline. Yeah. Wow, he's in danger.
Yeah.
I don't know what
and he's qualified to be there.
Voluntarily jumped in to do some emergency maneuver, or whether or not he was
pushed in by a newsman.
Yeah. If he's in the water with a plugged-in toaster, playing 3-card Monty with a cow, that's unbelievable.
It is ferocious and quite extraordinary.
Oh my God, that was unbelievable.
No, it was believable.
There was nothing unbelievable about it.
Nothing unbelievable about it. Do you think this too? I'm almost thinking if there was any more of an inkling, like Geraldo had doubt in his mind what the person was doing there,
right?
Whether they were in trouble, he was trying to figure things out. If that was someone in trouble, do you think Geraldo would have jumped in that water and tried to save the guy? Absolutely just thinking of his career.
Yeah,
and how great it would be. Geraldo saves drowning man. Like he had to be thinking that over in his head. Do I do it? Holy gee, do I jump?
I wonder how close he came to actually jumping
in. I'm swimming now to save this stranded man.
You know when you want to jump in a pool and you keep hesitating, like he was probably going through that in his head.
Do I do that? And then by the time that
would have been hilarious.
Oh, please.
And then he was just taken out to sea.
Oh, just swept out by some horrid riptide.
And then just gobbled up by sharks.
Geraldo.
And alligators.
Geraldo Rivera still missing. This search and rescue has now become a recovery mission. Right. We have found hairs from his mustache, but that is about it.
We're assuming that the sharks just didn't want to digest the mustache and spit the mustache up.
Well, they find it in shark feces.
Right.
His mustache in one of his leather shoes.
I like to think the shark just doesn't want to swallow the mustache, and the family has to bury just Geraldo's mustache.
Oh, I'm not going to stand here while you cut that thing open and watch that douche spill out all over the dock.
This is all that's left of Geraldo. We'll be burying his mustache this Saturday. So Geraldo has another hit.
Yeah, another hit.
The video.
Another hit.
You know, and I bet you Geraldo's mad today because I don't think they actually captured the knocking over part.
No?
No, it was
How did I
Geraldo
miss that?
talking, having a good time. The camera pans. They pan back to where Geraldo was, and he's just completely soaking wet, and they're helping him up. You haven't seen this video yet?
Dummy. No, I missed this one.
For the people that haven't seen it, go to ONARadio.com. It'll be up there in a few minutes. It's there already. Nice stunt, Brain. Here's the audio portion of Geraldo getting knocked over.
And here's the red flag from the National Hurricane Center. A life-threatening flood, they say, is likely. And they say that anybody ignoring the evacuation warning in this area may face certain death. Geraldo Rivera is live on the seawall there, shaking hands with some of the firefighters as they walk through the area. Geraldo, tell me a little bit about, we're just watching that.
Yeah.
Tell us where you are and what's going on?
Well, we're on the seawall. Look at this. I want to show you something, Martha. Look at
Oh, you totally know what happened.
I guess you don't need the video.
Look at this.
Wow, let me go back.
Yeah, look.
And that's no way, by the way. That's no way to refer to a wall of women.
Look at this. I want to show you something, Martha. Look at
Whoa. I am. Are you okay? He takes a licking but keeps on ticking, this guy, folks.
Yeah, right.
Do you?
Knock down Geraldo Rivera.
You know what happened? That flotsam took my legs out. Oh, no. I know I'm going to be the star of YouTube now. This water's filthy, too.
Oh, my gosh.
Right
in the middle.
Now it is.
As always.
My mother's doing that.
Yeah, she's going crazy.
These guys...
DNA from 2,000 women floating around. Probably a couple of fellas, too.
Good old Geraldo.
Yeah, never disappoints, does he? Except his network.
Oh, they must be. They must have had it with him. Enough with your stunts, Geraldo.
When he fell, you had to know that everybody back at the control room and everything else was just laughing their asses off.
Of course.
Oh, good. He went in. Please don't come up.
And what? He stayed in Galveston as the...
He stayed on the seawall for the next, 12 hours. And at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning when the eye came over, he was back out there. The calm of the eye is around. It was crazy.
Well, because I guess when the eye goes overhead, you could actually see stars.
Yep.
It's a nice day in the middle of the eye.
Yeah, and people actually tried to go outside and clean up during the eye.
Why couldn't you just follow the eye all the way until the hurricane drops down to just like rain showers?
You truck your house around, put your house on things, and go through the eye all the way back out to the ocean.
Just travel in the eye.
Yeah, just whistle a happy tune in your motorhome.
The weather's great.
And just move it.
The sun's out. It's calm.
Here.
Yeah.
That's the name of my new book, Living in the Eye.
Man.
I'm writing a book about a guy who lives in the eye of the storm. It's not metaphorical at all. It's really about a guy who lives in the eye.
Lives in the eye.
Yeah, he throws rocks at the wind.
What I don't understand about hurricane footage, like the media knows where to be when these hurricanes hit. So why don't they tell the locals the same info?
Yeah, this is where it's going to be.
This is where it's going to be.
If you see news people, leave.
Yeah, you're going to see Anderson Cooper. Yeah, I would just follow Anderson Cooper around. That's what I would do. He's such a big star for CNN. They're not going to put him in harm's way, right?
No.
I would follow him, and I'd be safe through a hurricane.
That's funny. The firefighters came up to Geraldo and goofed on him a little bit, I guess.
Yeah.
Hey, you okay?
Know what the sad part about him getting knocked over is? The water's barely up to his ankles.
Yeah. Yeah, it just took his legs out, I guess.
Yeah, he's got to do some more core. He's got to do some more core activities in the gym. Look at
He got hit by a board that was coming through the water.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it took him right out.
And then the firemen are laughing.
The audience was bored, too.
Whoa!
Or something.
Wrapping up our disaster segment here, what happened with that train crash in L.A.?
Oops.
I'm hearing things.
25 dead.
It's
125 injured or somewhere abouts there, maybe even more. But
worst train accident in what, 15 years?
Yeah.
Something like that they're saying?
This gentleman was, I guess, in one of the trains. Was he the engineer of the freight train?
No,
He was the passenger train.
He was the commuter engineer.
The commuter, yeah. Oh, boy. And he was texting some teens while he's supposed to be driving the choo-choo.
How do we know this?
Well, they got the texts. They
Were the teens on the train? They were somewhere else?
I don't know. There's no real info on that yet, but the times that the texts came in and left his phone, I guess, show that it happened just at the time of the accident.
The last text they got was "Holy SH."
Yeah,
what happened to him?
What did he blew a light or something?
Blew a red light in the train.
And that's all it takes.
And ended up on the same track as another train, and they collided, and 25 people dead.
Yeah, I don't understand train accidents.
You're on a track.
You're on a track. How are you crashing into anything?
You missed that red light, though, because you're texting away. Oh. And when are your parents home?
Wow.
They stop at red lights? I never had a train stop at a light.
It's a red light. It's a signal. It means you got to get on another track, usually, not a stop.
Oh, okay.
Or sometimes it is a stop because you stop before this little... It's like a double track for a very short period of time, so one train can go around the other one.
Yeah.
But if you miss that and end up on the same track, ooh, ow.
That could be a problem.
Yeah, and it was.
Here's the latest.
The flag outside Chatsworth Station flew at half-staff. Flowers and cards placed on the platforms. Down the track, federal investigators examine what's left of Friday's commuter train collision. Rail officials say a dispatcher tried to warn the engineer of the Metrolink train that he was about to collide with a freight engine. But that call came too late. The head-on collision with a Union Pacific train engine killed at least 25 people and injured another 135. Chris Castle knows the train's conductor.
And it was just business as usual. You know, on a Friday, everybody looking forward to the weekend, getting home, and got in about 4:17, left about 4:19, like he always does. And the rest is history.
Impact rammed the Metrolink engine backward, jamming it deep into the first passenger car.
Yeesh.
A spokeswoman for Metrolink says the commuter train's engineer was at fault because he failed to stop at a red signal on the tracks. But members of the National Transportation Safety Board are cautious, saying they're still investigating the accident. Some nearby residents say no matter who is at fault, it should have never happened.
Well, I believe that when you leave it up to humans to be in charge of that many people, you got to have a lot more precautionary measures than one stoplight. So I kind of blame the company.
Federal investigators say it could be a year before they issue a report on the cause. The collision marks the deadliest passenger rail accident in the U.S. in 15 years.
What happened 15 years ago? That's whenever they say that, I go like,
you want to Google and go,
what happened 15 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
I like the guy. This never should have happened.
It never happens. It never does.
It rarely happens.
This should have happened.
Yeah, this happens a lot. We wish it would happen more often. Yeah. We think the lights should be harder to see. And a hue of pink. Idiot.
It's just the cost of being a human being. It's just going to happen every once in a while, no matter what you do. No matter what precautions you do. Just
well,
every once in a while.
you could take the humans out of the loop and put the Whopper in charge, I say.
Whopper.
Just unplug the goddamn thing. Is that it?
Yeah.
That was the Whopper?
Yeah, the Whopper computer.
It stood for something stupid.
War. Opry. I don't know what it was.
Let's go to Tennessee. Adam? Adam.
You guys were talking... Yeah.
Oh, what's up, Adam?
You guys were talking about the effects of gas on... or Hurricane Ike on gas.
Yeah.
We here in Johnson City had a 50-cent increase from Tuesday to Thursday.
Wait.
Johnson.
What?
Nothing. Go ahead.
You
don't understand how funny your town name is?
How
long have you
live in
there?
Johnson City.
Yeah, it's a small little hick town.
Yes.
Yeah, well,
it's right next to Phil.
That's right.
Or Pud Town.
Also, very close to Stupidville because this guy doesn't get what we're getting at. Adam, go ahead.
Hey, is the dump right around back?
Yeah, they increased our gas price 50 cents.
That's where he goes.
And the place
he still needs to get his dumb info out there. That's what we're doing.
He wants to talk about how gas prices went up 50 cents.
Do you understand what?
Oh, now he's mad.
You understand what show you're calling? This isn't Hannity. We're doing dick jokes about your dumb town, and you need to tell us that gas is going up.
We get it.
Get with the program.
Right, it's Johnson City. You're in a silly place.
The dump's in the back, and there was some gas, and you passed it.
Right.
You get it.
We were using your phone call to do maybe 10 minutes on boners.
Gotcha.
Are we allowed to say boner on the radio? Because they said it on SNL.
No. They said it all over the place.
That's still a word we can't say, huh?
Can't say it.
All right, well, what could I tell you? Let's say hi to Sean in North Carolina. Sean.
The text message that the conductor got, let me see what it say here. Oh, you have a message from Jim Norton. If you call.
Oh, Jimmy's little text that goes out.
Oh, imagine he was part of the Jim Norton.
What the hell is
text
this?
thing. All right.
Or I'd be in Dutch.
Yeah.
Certainly would.
Anyone watch SNL?
No, saw the clip, though, inside.
Yeah, we checked out the clip before the show, but I heard the show sucked. Big one.
Yep.
It was the big season premiere of SNL. Michael Phelps, who could be the worst actor on the planet.
Well,
he's not supposed to be an actor,
Yeah.
though. He's supposed to swim real good, which he does.
Mm-hmm.
He was the host?
He was awful.
Of course he was.
Maybe we could get some examples of how awful he was today.
Sports figures are horrible on TV whenever they have to act or have a cameo or something. It reminds me of the Brady Bunch, which had a few actors, athletes trying to act in there.
Mm-hmm.
Don Drysdale.
Hey!
That's the one that you said. Well, yeah. We were in the office.
Fair.
We were in the office.
Ant's the king of Brady trivia, but I actually finally got one right, and he did not.
Couldn't remember the baseball player. That was actually Greg's math teacher's fiance, and Greg was kind of in love with her.
Do you know the name of the math teacher?
Miss Whore. I have no idea what her name was.
It was Bitch Drysdale.
Yeah, Drysdale's whore.
Yeah.
She or he was in there, and there's like, well, Greg, maybe I could give you a ticket to the game. They all have this bad, like, weird, awkward delivery. And talk about not knowing what to do with their body. They just stiffly stand there. Go out for a pass, Bobby.
Right.
When Joe Namath was on.
You know,
famous episode.
You know, now that we brought it to the show,
and Mike Brady went out and caught a pass without his hands.
Well, he was
just bent over.
Yeah. He was a fleshy javelin catcher. But they said he would always just kind of give the javelin back a little and then take the javelin again. A pole vaulter? No.
He was actually, he helped with the pole vaulters. Instead of that thing that they got to put the pole in when they go over the end, he helped out as far as that was
He'd lay on
concerned.
his face right under the bar.
Right.
Yes. Hey, yes. The pole would go all the way in. The guys wouldn't get over the thing.
Someone's got to get the Cal Ripken commercial that I heard on the way back into the city last night.
Oh, good one.
He's talking about, you talk about acting and stuff.
Yeah, they're horrible.
This Cal Ripken, I guess he's the spokesperson for some kind of water heater company or something, or I don't know.
How the hell did they do that? We're water heaters. We need Cal Ripken.
Well, I guess this company makes your shower water hotter. Like, who needs hotter shower water for the most part? But he's like pushing this company, and you got to hear how he talks about how much better the showers he's taken are. Could we find that? It's an XM commercial. It is god awful, but it goes in line with what you're saying. How athletes just don't know how to act.
They're terrible.
It's probably better because he's not there with 30 naked men in stupid Oriole uniforms.
Yeah,
it's nice to be alone in the shower.
It's nice to be relaxed and not wondering who the homo is on the team.
Just looking at me.
Are these the spots for those tankless water heaters?
I
and
guess.
everything? Yeah, the Renai.
I couldn't get past how awful he sounded trying to sell this product that I don't even know what the product was.
Did he tie in? Did he have a tie-in to? Yeah. Oh.
They'll find it. We'll get it after the break. Let's go to Brent in Alabama.
It's a home run of hot water.
It has to be something ridiculous like that.
And when you play hard like I do, you want a shower and a hot shower.
It's perfect.
But
I don't even care what the
Cal,
commercial is.
you haven't played hard in many, many years.
I'm going for a record of showers in a row without missing a hot one.
It's going to be like that.
Hey, someone's fingers smell like Field of Dreams. Oh, honey, you're home.
Get in the shower.
We'll have the commercial after the break, and we'll pick it apart, I'm sure. Brent, Alabama.
Hey, how's it going?
Alabama, man.
What up?
15 years ago, the Sunset Limited crashed into a part of a bridge and embedded itself in the mud up there in the marsh in Mobile.
How many people died?
25, 35 people.
Well, Ant, you were wondering.
How many? 26.
You were
One
wondering
more.
what happened 15 years ago. and
Yes.
Here's Brent to help you out.
Mm-hmm.
That was the train disaster 15 years ago
Okay.
that this one topped. We got a new number one. All right, Brent, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we don't have time to play the SNL. Well, we'll do it after the break. We got Tina Fey doing Sarah Palin on SNL, and it's creepy how much she sounds
That was pretty good.
like Sarah Palin.
The bit was funny.
Yeah, we'll do that. Also, George Takei, what, he got married over the weekend?
Yes. George too gay.
The water's always cold by the time it gets to me. I need hot water. There's so much travel time to get to my little wig.
When I take a shower, I need it hot.
You know me? I have to hit the showers after maybe a fight with Ray Robinson. Boo.
Oh, God.
That face.
And also, the John Lennon diary audio. Yes, wow. Looks
Pretty
like
creepy guy.
he might have wanted to have sex with his mommy. With his mommy. And maybe we could find some other athletes trying to do the acting thing on
Acting,
TV.
yeah.
That could be fun today. Opie and Anthony, stay there.
It's certainly not your father's talk radio.
You got that right. It's the Opie and Anthony Show. Thanks for checking us out, I guess. As you start your day. 877-212-018. I'm kind of depressed. I thought I finally had one on Anthony as far as Brady Bunch trivia goes.
Yeah.
It's a known fact that Anthony is the greatest Brady Bunch trivia guy in the free world.
Well, it's just answering one of the questions.
You've never lost.
No.
Battling it out.
Yep.
And we're not going to do it today because now you guys got the Google at home.
The Google.
Anthony only takes on people live in studio at this point. And I thought it was Don Drysdale, which was the math teacher's boyfriend.
Boy, were we wrong.
Because Anthony's like, that. Who'd you say?
Oh, God, I can't even remember now.
And I said, Anthony's Don Drysdale. And Anthony gave me a point, but now it looks like I might be wrong. Alan, Virginia.
I said Goose Gossage.
Goose Gossage.
Yeah. Goose Gossage.
Good old Goose. Alan.
Hey, guys, how y'all doing this morning?
Pretty good.
All right.
It was Wes Parker, the first baseman for the Dodgers, actually.
Wes Parker.
Thanks a lot, Alan.
First baseman for the Dodgers.
Thanks a lot, Alan.
Hey, maybe if you want to go see a Dodger game,
who the hell's Wes Parker?
I don't know. Fess Parker was on Gunsmoke.
And Alan answers the question. He was the
they're
first
related.
baseman. That's not the point I'm getting at. I don't think Wes Parker had a great baseball career is what I'm getting at.
I don't know there, Mikey. Where's Mikey?
Mikey is boring the hell out of the New York audience.
Joe Namath on there, too.
Oh, you keep talking, Alan. What?
I'm sorry. They also had Joe Namath on there, too.
Did they really?
Remember when Bobby Brady was going to die?
No, I don't remember
it.
that Joe Namath was on the Brady Bunch.
Yeah, he wrote the letter that he was dying. And
Did he really?
Sure did.
Oh, no, and Joe Namath, he ran a bicycle shop, and he had to fire Peter Brady. He goes, "You're not mechanically inclined,
He
Peter."
called him a retard, pretty much.
Yeah.
But the triple play of all time is Leo DeRocher on 3 shows.
No, that was when Dad skewered the 3 boys. Nice.
Leo DeRocher was on the Beverly Hillbillies, the Munsters, and Mr. Ed.
All right, so you're
playing
obsessed.
Leo DeRocher.
But who was Don Drysdale? Where was he?
Damn, I don't know where.
Damn it! That's what we want to know. IMDb will have it. I'm
Stunt
sure.
Brain already got it.
Oh, Stunt Brain?
Yeah, why don't you give that knowledge there, Stunt Brain, so people out there could go, who gives a crap?
Yeah, he appeared in one episode of The Rifleman, which also starred...
Did he really?
Yes, he did, sir. Chuck Connors, a former first baseman for the Chicago Cubs.
Really?
So they were 2 baseball stars. He did more than that, but that was his big, TV guest.
The Rifleman?
Yeah.
Chuck Connors, boy, when he flipped that little rifle around and then he'd reload it and give that look into the camera out of the corner of his eye. That was all man, that guy, Chuck Connors.
Nice, right?
Yeah.
Dead?
I don't know.
Yeah, Chuck's a long
You know who's
gone.
still alive? Jackie Cooper. He's like 86 today or some crap. From the Little Rascals.
Jackie Cooper.
And he was He was the editor in the original Superman. Yeah. Mr. Perry White. Remember him? He's little Jackie Cooper. He was the older brother of what's his name there? The little kid on the Little Rascals. Come on, help me out.
Spanky.
No. Weezer.
Weezer.
He was Weezer's older brother.
Yeah.
Time to grease the Weezer.
Yeah. All right, let's go to Scott in New York. Scott.
Great,
Hey,
Scott. Yes.
Hey, Scott.
Anthony, I got one for you.
Okay. How do we get into
the
this?
episode, the Brady Bunch episode where Bobby was a hall monitor and it went to his head. At the end of the episode, he rescued a cat from an abandoned house. What was the cat's name?
Fluffy.
Nope.
Toodles.
Guinevere.
Who cares? The cat's name. That's not trivia. That's cat trivia.
Exactly. Some dork sitting in front of a computer.
Yeah, exactly.
He just picked the hardest question.
Leave me alone.
The question that everyone gets wrong. He found online.
And I haven't watched an episode of the Brady Bunch in probably 10 years. Jesus.
Exactly.
All right, so maybe I shouldn't brag about how great you are.
I used to be. I'm a has-been as far as
Sure.
Brady Bunch trivia goes.
Still
for 8 today.
Still waiting for the Cal Ripken. Oh, we have it? A couple different ones. All right. I just took note of this on the way back into New York. Cal Ripken trying to sell water heaters or something, and his acting is so ridiculously bad.
Cal Ripken Jr. here for Renai Tankless Water Heaters. Over my Hall of Fame career, I've left a lot of blood, sweat, and tears on the field.
There it is.
Pause.
We knew there would be
start over.
A tie-in.
There's too much going on here.
There's such a tie-in to, I'm a ball player.
Yeah.
Let me put that across in the commercial and try to tie in a water heater with baseball.
Well, what you'd need a shower for, if you had blood and sweat and tears all over you, you'd have to wash it off.
Yes, but he said he left it out on the field.
That's right, so he probably doesn't need a shower.
He's squeaky clean.
A lot of sweat, not much blood, not much tears.
They should have like the, I don't know, the BTK killer or something. Was that?
Yeah.
Talk about how, he's got a shower. He likes hot water.
Well, then you're selling water heaters.
Yeah, exactly.
Because,
the serial killer uses it?
Yeah, he comes home a mess every night.
Yeah.
That's right. You have to hide blood of a family from your wife. You got the scalp flecks caked in your fingernails.
Anthony, it was Jackie Coogan, not Jackie Cooper.
Oh, what's Jackie Coogan?
Shut up!
What?
Jackie Cooper was... Hey, Charlie.
Coogan's Uncle Fester.
Charlie, you're an idiot. Jackie Cooper was on the Little Rascals. He played Jackie. They didn't change their names. He was Jackie on the Little Rascals. Jackie Coogan was Uncle Fester.
The same guy.
No, it's not, you friggin' idiot.
Yes, it is.
Oh, are you a dunce?
Oh, boy.
Oh.
And you know who else Jackie Coogan was? He was the little kid in The Tramp with Charlie Chaplin.
Well, he was in The Champ.
The original.
No, it was Jackie Cooper.
I'm going to smack you. I'm going to smack you, Charlie.
Charlie,
he's right.
Jackie Coogan was in The Champ.
Yeah, and why?
In the original The Champ, which was remade with...
Are you sure about that? I think Jackie Cooper was in The Champ. Jackie Coogan was in the Chaplin film The Tramp with, if that's what it was called.
Let's see.
They're all the same guy.
They're both
they're not the same guy.
Why won't you accept that you're wrong and Charlie from Virginia's right?
Because he's so wrong. Jackie Cooper.
Charlie, you're right. Anthony's wrong.
How was Uncle Fester Mr. White in the original Superman? How is he sitting behind the desk?
Look, listen to Charlie. He knows.
Charlie knows nothing.
Charlie's on Google. You're on Pal Talk. I'm going to say
Charlie's in a
right.
state that sounds like female genitalia. Shut up.
That's our bit today.
Jackie Cooper.
Making fun of where you live.
It is not Jackie Cooper.
Yeah, Anthony, why won't you accept this?
Jackie Cooper.
Google it.
We just looked.
I did.
Then you're Google. Then you got the wrong Google. You got the Russian Google.
Yeah, you got the Russian Google ad. All right,
you're a dunce, Charlie, and I hate you.
Thank you, Charlie.
And you're wrong. What's the thing? What was Jackie Coogan in?
He was in
Stunt Brain. Not you, dummy.
He was in The Kid, and he was.
Why?
Coogan was in The Kid.
The Kid.
Chaplin.
With Chaplin.
In the Addams Family.
And was he in The Champ?
I don't believe so.
No.
Who was that?
Jackie Cooper was in
Cooper.
the champ.
Right.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
And Ricky Schroeder.
Little Jackie Cooper when he was the little kid in the champ.
Yes.
Well, then I mixed them up, but not as far as Charlie's concerned.
You know, this bit is making...
Yeah, he was some extra.
Right.
You're still on the phone.
Yes, he is, because he's the expert of...
No, you're not.
Of all things Jackie Cooper and Jackie Coogan.
Jackie Cooper.
I got to tell you, the bosses upstairs are going to be very happy today because they were looking at the latest ratings. They said, you guys aren't doing well in these 75-plus demos.
Right.
What are we doing? Who gives a crap?
Dip back to TV shows and movies from the 20s and 30s,
Right.
please.
Right.
That's something that's not being addressed.
Oh, my God. Can we go back to the Cal Ripken thing?
No, Jackie Cooper was not Howard's comedy writer. Stop it. Jackie the Joke Man Cooper.
Let's go back to the Cal Ripken and really dissect it.
Yes, please.
Great ball player, horrible actor. Whoa-wee.
That's him taking a shower.
Yeah,
that's what it sounded like.
For Renai Tankless Water Heaters. Over my Hall of Fame career, I've left a lot of blood, sweat, and tears on the field. I also took a few thousand showers, and there's nothing worse than getting stuck with a cold shower after a game. But you don't have to take another cold shower thanks to my friends at Renai.
You're shriveling in front of the
water
guys.
heater can satisfy the hot water demands of any sized home or business.
Hot water demands.
Hot water demands. How much hot water does this Cal Ripken need?
It's safe to say that probably most of us have a nice water temperature.
In this day and age, I would say most people, although I've lived in some dumps that you run out of hot water pretty quickly, but you kind of learn to adjust the water after a little while to give you enough.
Sure.
But I don't think those people are putting in the systems.
This commercial's a waste of time. I mean, if it was like I would say the 40s, early 50s.
Ah, yes.
Wow, look at what they got going on.
Have you shaken hands with one of those people? Maybe you want to shower.
Then it would be a different commercial.
Yeah.
But nowadays, I don't think people are impressed by like a company that could help you get hot showers.
Any place I've been in that hasn't had hot water, it's been a rental that's been a dump.
Right.
And what are you going to go to the landlord that doesn't do anything for the place and go, hey, put in this hot water thing because Cal Ripken says we need more hot water. It doesn't work. If you own a place, you know.
If you own a place, that's one of the first things you figure out.
Yeah, your hot water.
Hot water.
And also, they act like you demand of every home and business. How much does your business need? I would like my 4,000th cup of tea, please.
Yeah.
And the water's getting chilly.
Yeah.
Who drinks that much hot water? It's an office.
Yeah. Want to go back to it?
Hot water demands of any size home or business. Make Renai part of your home team today. Call 1-866-RENAI-1 or visit foreverhotwater.com. That's foreverhotwater.com
blah,
or
blah, 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 blah.
1-866-RENAI-1.
No free commercial for you, blah, blah, blah. Oh, that was it? There's another version where he brings it back to baseball again. Whatever. Just a dumb observation.
What a tool he is. The demands of hot water.
The demands.
I won't work until there's more hot water. God damn it.
Yeah, exactly.
Very demanding.
At this point, most people are just happy to have a job. They're not demanding hot water at their workplace. They're like, oh, I get to keep my job for another year, thank God.
That's what happened at Lehman. There was no hot water, and they all walked out.
I'm not working anymore.
Quit.
Right.
That's right, the demand. There's a mutiny here. They want hot water.
We're pretty much in a recession, even though they're not saying it. So I don't think most people give a crap. They would take an ice cold shower if it meant keeping their job at this point.
Yes.
All right, listen. So there was a buzz about Tina Fey coming back to SNL last night for the season premiere, which was god awful, except for the opening skit with Tina Fey and Amy Poehler.
Such a good show. I'm surprised to hear it was god awful.
Phelps' acting was awful, which is going to add to more athletes trying to act.
Good.
We're going to get some clips of that. But what happened? Obama canceled. Obama was the big guest.
That's right. He wasn't on?
Well, he figured I can't go on and then make a few jokes when people are suffering from this Hurricane Ike.
Yeah. They'd kill him.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
They would destroy him for that. So Tina Fey came on, and when Sarah Palin was announced as the vice president candidate there, everyone went, oh, my God, she looks exactly like Tina Fey.
Yeah.
Tina Fey goes on SNL last night and makes herself not look like Sarah Palin. How does that happen? She should have just walked out as herself. But they were thinking too hard.
Yeah, she kind of just... I think they wanted the hair color right and the little bun.
Right.
So they threw that on her.
Well, no, the problem is you notice that Tina Fey is a lot thinner than Sarah Palin.
Yeah.
As much as people think that Sarah Palin's pretty hot, she could use to lose a few lbs.
A little chunky.
She's a little chunky from all that blubber she's eating up there in Alaska, because that's all they eat is blubber.
Well, everyone knows that. They eat whale blubber up there. That's it.
Right.
Yeah.
They make the dumb lamps out of blubber.
It's all
blubber oil.
Bunch of blubber
The
lamps.
blubber's you just walk into stores and the shelves are lined with blubber.
They really are.
Different brands of blubber.
Jiggly blubber.
Yeah.
Blubber.
Pound of blubber, please. Quickly.
Blubber.
In our neighborhood, Jimmy and I have this fine supermarket, and they have like this area of peanut butter. It's amazing. There's like 30, 40 different versions of peanut butter. I'm imagining it's the same thing up there except blubber.
Blubber butter.
Just blubber butter, blubber.
This is New York
Blubber.
City we're in right now.
Yeah.
Is there anywhere to go to buy blubber? Do they sell blubber here anywhere?
Okay.
I just want to keep saying it. It sounds funny
Here
now.
it goes. Bob Kelly's house. You know what, dude? Thank you.
That isn't even. Yeah, I'm skinny now.
No, he officially calls himself Chunky.
Chunky.
He used to call himself Fat. Now he's calling himself Chunky.
It annoys me. He lost so much weight, though. These damn fat jokes are going. They're leaving quickly. It bugs me.
He's bummed, too, because that was half his act.
Exactly. Good.
No, actually, I saw him recently. He freaking killed. I shouldn't say that. Hey, are you looking up blubber?
I'm trying to find it.
All right.
All blubber. That's what heaven is to them. Do you know, I hear that when you go to heaven, the streets are lined with blubber. Say it isn't so, Grandpa. We're tired of blubber. Slipping in blubber. They wear blubber hats.
Blubber.
Just a jiggly. They take a piece of blubber and they just cut a little divot into it. They wear it as a hat. That's how they graduate high school. Little tassel hanging off blubber.
Blubber hats.
Stupid ass.
Did you find out all the things they do with blubber?
Enough with the blubber.
I'm going to...
It's mostly a fuel source.
They use it for other stuff.
Yeah, you can eat it. Or
Why don't we
cook
just
it.
convert to whale energy?
Yeah.
We could just go out there, plenty of whales in the ocean. We'll just harvest the blubber, refine that into fuel, and tell the Arabs goodbye.
That's right.
What? This isn't going over well?
I'm kind of with you.
My feet are chilly, honey. And the husband has to go out and get a slab of blubber to throw in her tootsies.
Throw some more blubber in your water heater, Cal Ripken recommends.
Well, no, you just cover your wife with blubber. She's laying in bed with blubber on her.
Oh, you're under blubber.
Makes for a good salve.
Someone says, great idea, 1820s, Anthony.
Oh, I like it. Why not go old school with some of this stuff?
And then someone goes, literal idiot here, goes, because of the effing, gay PETA idiots. Like he's giving me an excuse why we can't use whales for energy. I saw Star Trek. Yeah. I know the one, Star Trek 4, I believe.
It looks like only the Eskimos are allowed to hunt and use the whale blubber and sell the...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you got to go up there where there's Eskimos to buy it.
The Arctic Circle.
Why only
okay.
Eskimos? Why can't we get in on this blubber trade?
Yeah.
Because of that PETA thing we just heard.
Never had blubber. It's good.
I want to learn. That's all I want to know about now is
Don't
blubber.
they chew blubber?
Oh, they live for it.
Yeah.
They blow blubber bubbles with their blubber gum. You got a pack of blubber gum, and you see it. They always know when you have gum because the guy's pocket is bulging out like 9 inches with
a
blubber.
big oil stain on his pants from the greasy blubber.
Through his khakis, and he has to just reach in and pull out a pinch of blubber between his cheek and gums. Bunch of blubber.
Gives you real blubber pleasure.
But they're blubber-loving zilches in Alaska. Stinks. They shouldn't be able to vote.
All right, listen.
But they get mad. They have to punch a blubber thing instead of a pillow. They have to punch a big block of blubber to get their anger management crushed.
They call their gay people blubber biters. Stick his face in the blubber. Leaves a mark like the Shroud of Turin. You just see a face that would look like
Yeah, with a nose mark, the mouth wide open, the eyes both bugged out. He's a bigger boy than I thought. Shroud of Turin. That's right back to man-on-man rape.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Hey, wow, if it wasn't the Brady jokes, it was man-on-man rape.
Of course.
So let's get it. So Sarah Palin, Tina Fey, SNL premiere episode. Tina Fey had the voice down big time. So just for a reference point, here is Sarah Palin.
As for that VP talk all the time, I tell you, I still can't answer that question until somebody answers for me. What is it exactly that the VP does every day?
All right, remember
Every day.
Remember that voice, and now here's Tina Fey on SNL. Or
Evening, my fellow Americans. I was so excited when I was told Senator Clinton and I would be addressing you tonight.
And I was told I would be addressing you alone.
Now, I know it must be a little bit strange for all of you to see the two of us together. What with me being John McCain's running mate,
and me being a fervent supporter of Senator Barack Obama, as evidenced by this button.
But tonight we are crossing party lines to address the now very ugly role that sexism is playing in the campaign.
An issue which I am frankly surprised to hear people suddenly care about.
You know, Hillary and I don't agree on everything.
I believe that diplomacy should be the cornerstone of any foreign policy.
And I can see Russia from my house.
That's funny.
That is good.
There you go. A little sample of
very funny.
Tina Fey as Sarah Palin. She nailed the voice, huh?
Yeah.
Nailed
Although Amy doesn't really look like Hillary, though. She's
well, what are you going to do? How ugly can you make a woman?
They can't really fatten her up.
hire a dykey horse.
Amy Poehler's she's a good-looking broad. You got to really ugly her up to try to make her look like Hillary.
How about you go out and get a bunch of fence post slats and make them her teeth? Could you just annoy men more? Is that possible?
Let's say hi to Booger Couch. Booger Couch, it's Opie and Anthony.
Hey, I love the garlic blubber song.
Yeah.
Very nice.
It would have been a great Laverne and Shirley moment if we would have said blubber and then Ewok would have walked in, hello. Hello.
Let's make him do it anyway.
All right.
Jared, Boston.
God damn it, I cannot follow that line. I'm out.
You're out? All right. Let's say hi to Craig on Long Island. Craig.
What's going on, gentlemen?
Hey.
If you get really drunk, does the blubber look better?
I think that's a drunk, fat broad at the bar joke.
I'll say.
There you have it.
Enough about the blubber.
Exactly, sir. We're all blubbered out.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird what makes
Stuff you're blubbering.
It's kind of weird what makes the phones ring on this show.
I know.
We've
Blubber.
We've had many good topics so far, and the phones, but now all they want to talk about is blubber. Let's go to Sean, Cape Cod. What's up, Sean?
What's wrong with the blubber we got? We got sperm blubber. We got blue blubber.
Yeah.
It burned pretty good.
Yeah. No. No one knows any more whales.
No, that's the
Isn't
problem.
that horrible?
Blue whale.
No whale.
Sperm whale.
Yeah.
Humpback.
Killer whale.
Plankton.
Orca.
Miller.
No.
Celia. Blowhole. Carve your initials in them.
Beluga.
All right. Yeah. We're gonna get into George Takei getting married next.
Yes. Let's get into George Takei.
Oh, boy.
Much like his new husband.
Oh. And creepy John Lennon audio, diary audio or whatever, about how he wanted to have sex with his mom.
Yeah. A weirdo.
Well, that's what they're kind of alluding to today.
Yes. Me mum. I want to get into me mum's bum.
Stay there. Moving right along. Still lots to do. You got George Takei getting married. You got John Lennon being creepy. You got Obama waffles.
Obama waffles.
And you got Whoopi, I don't know, saying something stupid on The View about McCain.
I saw that.
You want to go with that real fast?
Yeah, you might as well throw that on.
What I know. Sorry, the artist. That's what I forgot. The artist who photographed McCain for the magazine cover. We should address her or get her on before we can.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Wait, what? What happened?
There's an artist, just a typical pukey liberal artist. She was a photographer and she photographed McCain for the cover of the Atlantic. I want to say Atlanta Journal. And but she took purposely creepy shots of him, like with the lighting.
Really?
She admitted that. And then she photoshopped his pictures on her own website. She's just a pig. Just a dumb, just a slob whose politics are so predictable and she can't do her job properly. But, you know, whatever. I'd love to get her on the phone.
Yeah, let's check that out. But first, Whoopi on The View.
Sir, can you just, I don't want to misinterpret what
With
you're
McCain,
saying. Did you
obviously.
say you wanted strict constitutionalists? Because
No, I want people who interpret the Constitution of the United States the way our founding fathers envisioned for them to do.
Should I
And
be
that is
worried
to
about being a
interpret the
slave, being returned to slavery? Because certain things happened in the Constitution that you had to change.
Shut up!
You're an idiot.
Oh,
Whoopi.
Christ.
You know, why does the race thing always have to be thrown in there? It's never stupid Whitey throwing race in every 2 seconds. Just stop already.
What?
Does that mean that slavery is going to... It's true. When, like, things come up like this, it's always a stupid Whoopi Goldberg or someone that's got to throw something in. Just because he brings up the Constitution and the Founding Fathers and you know, kind of sticking to the Constitution and not doing these wacky liberal interpretations of it, so we should go back to slavery? He should have said yes. Really drop their jaws down to the ground. Yes, that's what my platform is, to bring back slavery.
Yeah, I'm glad you understand what I'm getting at here.
Yeah.
Just a stupid ass. It's like, what are you doing, Whoopi? What are you doing? You know that this is the presidential candidate.
Yeah, so do I have to worry about slavery? Yes, you do. Yes.
Of course you do, yeah.
Round everybody up and back in the fields.
The Constitution that you had to change.
I understand your point. I understand that point. And I
Holy guilt! This is the sound of guilt.
Before we go.
You're right. You're black. We're white. We're wrong.
Yeah.
Because we talk. I picture myself on the plantation. I got scared. I had to start running. Look, you and Shelly, we'll take care of you. Us white folk, we'll take care of you.
Good for her.
Barbara Walters. Getting a little edgy.
At least somebody said something. Holy mother of God. The hell does that mean, Whoopi? There's certain things that are pretty, I don't know. In the Constitution, they're pretty much just there. That's what it means. That's what it means now, period. I don't think she's got to worry about becoming a slave if McCain gets elected.
We can't get him on the show because we'll say something stupid.
Yeah.
And that's what this dumbbell says.
Yeah. Constantly. Oh, my God. Oh, that's the Atlantic Journal. Wow, yeah, they kind of...
Oh, here's the picture.
They gussied him up to look really creepy.
Oh, no, here's the picture.
Oh, look at the shadows.
Let me see.
Boo!
Oh, yeah.
She put on her own site that he's a warmonger, bloodthirsty warmonger.
Wow, that looks like old school horror movie footage.
Yeah, exactly. She's just a dumb bitch.
Eddie,
Get that picture up on allnighteradio.com.
Got it.
Yeah, back in the day, if you want to show evil and scariness and someone's a monster, you shot light from down below and threw a shadow up above his head.
Of course we did, and it looked perfect.
A man with McCain's arms would have trouble going through doors.
She brags about switching the light and saying nobody noticed that I changed the light so it would make him look evil.
Yeah, she did it on purpose. Her name is Jill Greenberg.
What? That's
what?
Liberals are so... What are you doing? Just do your job, bitch.
Yeah.
Take the pictures. They gotta throw their little corny pile. I hate artists.
Yeah.
Everyone in entertainment, 98% of them are so predictable. God almighty.
That's such a calculated... Who is it fooling?
It's so obviously a wow, really edgy stance. Why don't you do something like that? Take a photo of a Muslim and do something. Why don't you
there you go.
That. Why don't you Photoshop that?
Yeah. Worry about getting your head lopped off.
Safe target. Yeah,
Dummy.
The conservative, he's bad. We get it.
The old white guy. Ooh, boy, you're really...
Dangerous, Jill.
Watch it.
The phony cornball.
Hey, Obama waffles. I think we brought up this story back in the day. Mm-hmm. There's an update on the Obama waffles.
By the way, there's more outrage over these than there is over what she did.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
How is this racist?
Well, we're going to find out here.
I'm sure it is somehow.
It's a quick clip.
I can make it.
Organizers at the Conservative Values Voter Summit in Washington, D.C. cut off sales today of a racially charged Obama waffle mix. On the front, Obama is made to look like Aunt Jemima. On the top flap, he's shown wearing an Arab headdress. Critics say the demeaning stereotypes don't end there. The box also offers a recipe for open border fiesta waffles that serve, quote, up to 4 illegal aliens. Organizers say they didn't realize the waffle mix was offensive.
They shouldn't have to when you're doing a parody like that.
Right.
I mean, what the hell? But not realizing, hey, we didn't know, like, dressing them up like Aunt Jemima might get some people upset.
Oh, wow, look at this. Yeah. Can we get this up on onaradio.com?
Wait, where could you buy them? You could buy them?
Yeah, where are those?
Yeah, it was in there somewhere. Yeah, the Obama waffles. All right, now you know why there's a problem, Anthony.
I see no problem. It's just, it's a parody. So, why can't you parody people? Can't you just do that? You can put McCain in any situation whatsoever and dress him up as funny as you want and not have a problem. Obama, you dress him up like Aunt Jemima, and there's a problem on the front of a waffle box? I don't think it's meant to be racist as much as it's meant to, make him look silly, say that he waffles on certain things. It's a political term. Putting the Muslim headdress on him. Yeah, he was Muslim at some point in his life. I don't know what the big deal is. God, this guy's untouchable. Every criticism or parody or anything that's done with this guy, they come out of the woodwork and just say it's racist and horrid and offensive. So what? He threw his hat into the friggin' political arena, and when you do that, you open yourself up to anything. That's what happens.
Yeah, but this company should have said, F you. We like our Obama waffles thing we're doing, and we're not going to get rid of this thing.
Doesn't look like they got much money for lawyers. After
is that what it comes down to?
Spiffy waffle boxes.
A little strong arming.
Yeah.
Let's go to Aaron in Indianapolis. Aaron.
Yeah, I think Anthony's just been way too literal when he's talking about Whoopi and he's talking about McCain and talking about the Constitution here. Yes, she's bringing it back to slavery, but every time someone like McCain uses strict constitutionalist, they're just saying they hate abortion. And if they would just literally say, I hate abortion, I don't want abortion, then they wouldn't have to talk about the strict constitutionalist, which is the way that they get out of saying it.
What?
He said he was pro-life. He did, on the show, he said he was pro-life, so he wasn't dancing the issue.
But what does that have to do with the Constitution?
I disagree. In other words, when they come back and they say, well, what do you want to get rid of? You want judges that want to get rid of Roe versus Wade? He says, no, what I want is to throw it back to the states. He wants to get rid of Roe versus Wade. I'm not judging him on that.
It's not going to. God, it just ain't going to happen. The public isn't going to stand for something like that. That's been argued. Do you really think that's been the most important issue for a president over the past friggin' 40 years or whatever the hell it's been since Roe versus Wade? Do you think that's been the most important issue for a president? It hasn't changed. It comes up every election as this big issue, and then there's 20 things that are more important in front of it, at least.
Right.
Don't worry about Roe versus Wade so much.
And let him say that. And let him move on instead of trying to do with the strict constitutionalist or throw it back to the states or any one of the other 100 euphemisms.
I look at strict constitutionalist as a Second Amendment, and I've been over it too many times to do it again. But that to me is strict constitutionalist. It doesn't mean that Obama has the right to start taking away people's right.
Totally agree with you. But
Thank
people,
you.
when they talk about guns, they don't say strict constitutionalist. They say we have the Second Amendment. We're going to stick with the Second Amendment. Everybody should have the right to bear arms.
Let's reverse the 13th Amendment. What?
And you know what?
Hey, what they mean when they talk about guns, when they talk about abortion, they come up with all these terms that go strict constitution, or all these other terms that they want to use instead of actually talking about the issue.
Well, why can't he use euphemisms when people who are pro-abortion constantly they do nothing but use little euphemisms and soft words? I'm pro-choice.
I'm not defending them either.
All right,
I'm just saying that when he talks about that, I'm not a big fan of Whoopi. But when they throw back something finally about when they're trying to catch him on the strict constitutionalist thing, I'm totally fine with that.
That's my abortion, Wade.
I have no problem if they want to catch Whoopi and everything else of their hypocrisy as well.
All right, very good.
Hey, wait, don't pro, and I don't know if this is right, don't women who want abortions say that it's their constitutional right to get one?
Yeah, well, the Supreme Court said they do have a right.
They do, right.
Yeah, the Supreme Court said.
And there's a lot flaws with that as well, and if they want to pull that back, that's fine. But they don't say, oh, because that's a literal reading of the Constitution, and because that's what. No, there's no literal reading of the Constitution with abortion.
Dude, let me tell you something. If the Supreme Court was packed with conservatives and they tried to overturn Roe versus Wade, there'd be a revolution in this country. It's one of those issues that are so touchy with the American people. You can't just change it like this. It won't work, and they know that. They know this country would be divided on that more than any other subject.
Yeah, I don't think it'll come down to overturning Roe v. Wade. It'll come down to passing or upholding new cases which will further restrict it, or they'll couch it as throwing it back to the states. That's how they'll do it, and then they'll blame the states when 36 states decide to get rid of abortion.
For 40 years, people have been talking about back alley. We're going to go back to back alley abortions with hangers. And I'm waiting and waiting.
Exactly. I invested in hangers. And hangers with a smiley face on them just to keep you chipper.
Hanger with a rattle at the end. Let you know what you're missing.
Now, see, if McCain started talking about that, then we can talk about something good.
All right. Thank you, Aaron, from
We got to be so
Indianapolis.
terrible.
We should buy up all the alleys. I mean, there's
Yes,
business-
back alley real estate.
We should get into business, man. Set up bleachers and. All right. We have. It's quick. We were talking about Michael Phelps. We have so much to do. It's tough to keep this one organized today, folks. Michael Phelps on SNL.
Yeah.
He won the 8 gold medals, but he
certainly did.
He's a horrible actor. And SNL realized that he was a horrible actor, and I'm glad the boys noticed this. They kept his speaking to a minimum in every sketch.
Really?
Yes. And we got a couple quick examples. So you got Michael Phelps. There was a skit that was titled...
should I strap in now?
Yeah.
Because I think I'm going to get a little chilly. Yeah.
The boys did a good job with this. So you got Michael Phelps. There was a sketch called Bad Date. And this is Michael Phelps' participation in the sketch.
Blowy beans.
And you know one thing about SNL, their skits go on forever. This is what Michael Phelps had to say.
So excited to see that Pacino and De Niro movie.
Me too.
Are you disappointed we're not seeing the women?
It's okay. I'll just go see it with my guy friends.
Yeah,
That wasn't that bad.
Not that bad of an example,
That was
but
terribly written.
No, but that's his participation. And then
that was it.
And then the sketch continues.
Well, can't we eat at Ruby Tuesdays? It's right next door.
Well, let's just stay here.
We've been here 45 minutes.
I have a coupon.
I didn't tell you that.
It's supposed to be a surprise.
Stay here. I have a coupon. He does that. Even. Exit. Stage right, even.
He's got that delivery. And then that was it, by the way. That was his part in the Bad Date sketch. And then this is what he had to do for the swim team sketch.
Coach, can I address the team?
Oh!
Yeah, go ahead, Phillips. Gentlemen, your team captain, Michael Phillips.
I don't know, guys. I just don't think I'm cut out for this whole swimming thing. I mean, I just pictured myself on the starting block, and I got so scared I thought I fudged my Speedo.
Okay, hey. That is nothing to be ashamed of, Phillips. I soil my pants every day.
Wow, he delivered that line so poorly.
Can we hear him trip again, please?
Yeah, I want to hear the trip. That's great.
Mr. I zip along in the water. Carrying a cue card fruit.
Yeah, it's all on cue cards. You're right, Jimmy. These guys don't have to memorize anything on this.
No.
Coach, can I address the team?
Yeah, go ahead, Phillips. Gentlemen, your team captain, Michael Phillips.
I don't know, guys. I just don't think I'm cut out for this whole swimming thing. I mean, I just pictured myself on the starting block, and I got so scared I thought I fudged my Speedo.
Okay, hey. That is nothing to be ashamed of, Phillips. I soil my pants every day.
It's the same show that did the prior Chevy Chase.
Yeah.
Well, you know, what are you going to do? People want to see Michael Phelps on SNL. And that's
How
what
did
they
your
got.
parents die? This is my pool.
That's terrible.
That's terrible. I'm sorry. You're swimming in my pool.
That's what we got to do is get a transcript of this and make Steve act it.
Yes.
Awful. All right. We're gonna regroup, but George Takei getting married over the weekend is a big one. We're gonna get into that after the break.
Is it a big one? How do you know?
What's
going on?
We know his isn't.
No.
And John Lennon being a creep. We'll explain next. But first, the FU line.
Thanks for calling the Opie and Anthony FU line. Here's the latest batch of FUs.
You have 7 new voice messages. First voice message.
I just want to say you to Judy, my former boss. You for not paying me my commission, you stupid bitch.
Next message.
I'd like to send a big you to Mondays, because where we hungover on Mondays. You Mondays.
Next message.
Yo, check it out. I want to send a big you to Diddy. I hope your gas goes down, and then your private jet, you can fly on it, and it flies into the ocean.
Next message.
Hey, I'd like to give a big, steaming you to whoever gave my dog peanuts at our party this weekend. I had to spend all morning cleaning up peanut-laden dog diarrhea from his crate, and I had to give him a bath. So whoever did that, you and peanuts.
Next message.
For free, for free, hi-ho, you stupid ho, for free.
Next message.
I just want to say you to my because I stuck in my girlfriend's and it hurt her. And I feel bad about it.
Next message.
Yes, I want to leave an message for Rich Boss. He says he never gets to hear this, so boo, boo.
End of new messages.
Call the Opie and Anthony FU line. 866-FU line 1. That's 866-FU line 1.
Thank you and goodbye.
Good morning. Very busy day on the Opie and Anthony Show. New info on the JFK assassination. It's a quickie.
What year is this?
I know.
Jeez, come on.
They just won't let this one die.
No.
New bullet analysis suggests, Jimmy's going to be interested in this, there could have been 2 shooters. That's right. We're back to 2 shooters again.
Breaking new ground here.
But I thought we recently decided 1 shooter.
Right.
But now we're back to 2 shooters because of this bullet analysis thing they did recently. So they're never going to know what's really happened that day, right? Right? I don't know. I don't have the full story in front of us.
I think they'll know, and they've known, and they've said what it is, but people just won't believe it. They like conspiracies.
Also, this one wasn't highlighted, but it's one of those stories we like to talk about because it happens all the time, and we want to know why.
Yeah.
You got another high school football team doing some very naughty things.
They're naughty boys
to their freshman players. We had the big story on Long Island a few years back where it involved pine cones.
Pine cones, very painful.
And this time around it involved broomsticks. Broomsticks.
Mm-hmm.
What is that about?
There's such an homoerotic thing going on with these friggin' big dumb jocks. They send them off to these football camps with their young proteges, their young boys. Oh dear.
Yeah.
And they start doing awful things to them. It's an initiation. This is fun. Meanwhile, they're all getting frothy. They're all just whipped into a sexual frenzy with these young boys.
And they got to do things.
Ugh.
Well, the news story.
Overbearing father just trying to drive him into sports the whole time. It's their way of getting back at dad.
Yeah.
The worst way possible.
This is what I think of dad.
Either doing that or bringing home,
they take it out on the small kid's backside.
Yeah, exactly.
The headline, Friday night.
Let me see. It would be lights.
There you go. Come on. It's a horror show. So what are we thinking here?
Frights.
Friday night. Give yourself a bell.
Fright.
Give yourself a bell.
I was trying to think of something a little more sexual. I don't know.
Rhymes with light, sexual.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of hard.
Bites.
Yeah.
Mites, maybe
Friday night,
bugs.
broomsticks. Just
There you
forget about the rhyme. Just say it.
Just go with it.
Bed knobs and broomsticks, not the movie. The things the doctors had to remove.
Oh, this is going to be a perfect segue into George Takei, by the way. Look how good we are on this radio show. So you got a quartet of boys attending a high school football camp, of course, and they were assaulted by broomstick-wielding teammates in a violent hazing ritual that could lead to charges against the assailants and the New Mexico squad's coaches. Why do you got to bring the coaches in?
The coaches always get...
But why you got to bring them into this? You know this is happening when the coaches are like, all right, lights out, see you in the morning, 7 a.m. on the field.
Yeah. Hit it, sweetheart.
Yeah. According to police interviews, the attacks were targeted against freshman and sophomore members. During the attacks, each of the younger athletes were pinned to the floor of a cabin and had a broomstick jammed over their shorts into their...
Over their shorts? Wow.
Over their shorts into their...
Yeah. Figure that one out.
One victim said his attackers poked him in the 4 times.
Is that supposed to be sexy?
No. And no Stone Cold.
And forced blank the broomstick on the last attempt.
It's in the hole!
So on the 4th attempt, he really went for it.
Wow.
The boy said he cried when they did it because
Gentlemen,
it hurt.
please rest your sphincters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another player said he could feel the broom.
Ow.
You know. Feel the broom.
Don't you do it!
And that he was warned during the attack to take it now or he would get it worse later.
Worse?
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah.
That's a lesson to learn.
Okay, terrific. A third victim recalled that after he was assaulted, he was patted on the back by an assailant and told, way to take it like a man.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that supposed to make you feel good? Yeah, I did. I did take it like a man.
You're right. One boy said that during his attack, a coach walked into the cabin and smirked at the attackers and said something sarcastic before leaving. Come on. Is this really going on? I mean, I know that's going on, but are the coaches really going, good job, boys?
Yeah.
Another victim said that during a football practice session, a second coach warned linemen that if they did not run full speed, he would make them hop on their broomsticks.
Stop whining.
And how great is this? The coach's name?
Uh-oh, no.
Swear to God.
It's not one of these coincidences.
To God, I love how this works out always. The coach's name is Raymond Woods.
Oh, Woods.
Raymond Woods told police that when he first learned of the hazing, he addressed his squad and asked, what kind of guy wants to try to stick a broomstick toward another guy's... A lot of words in that story we're not allowed to say on radio, even though it's a news story.
Wow.
So there you go, another one of those football hazing stories.
The victim, a.k.a. Lucky Devil.
Let's say hi to Adam in Jersey. Adam.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good.
Shouldn't the headline read Friday Night Tights?
Oh,
Friday Night Tights?
Yeah.
I think Anthony,
So, you know,
I think Anthony hit it out of the ballpark with that one.
Didn't I?
Yeah, I think so. Chris, Long Island, what's going on?
New meaning to riding the pond, huh? Over the shorts, is that less gay or less funny?
It's less hot.
Good day, gents.
It's not wanting to go for the commitment. You're not committing. I think they thought that would probably keep them from getting in trouble.
I think
they probably thought about it like, hey, maybe if we, let them keep their shorts on.
They were going for safe broomsticking.
Yeah. Safe broomsticking, please.
Yeah, safe broomsticking.
Practice safe broomsticking.
Oh, yeah, we're missing the obvious here. We'll let John do it today. John, Jersey, how are ya?
Hey, good, boys. How's it going?
Good.
Good. When the coach walked in, didn't he also say, of all the dramatic things I've ever seen?
Of all the dramatic things I've ever seen, goodness gracious!
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah. All right. That story leads to this story.
George Takei and his longtime partner Brad Altman have tied the knot. They were married yesterday in a multicultural ceremony in California. The Star Trek star made a grand entrance to the tune of One Singular Sensation, of course, in the Broadway musical Chorus Line.
What?
Wait, what?
Could be the gayest song ever to enter your wedding to. He came into One Singular Sensation. Isn't that? Do you have that over there, Danny? Yeah, that it's a Broadway show tune, like one of those real Broadway one a singular sensation.
They were doing jazz hands.
Jazz hands all around. Jazz fists. Well, you don't have to open your hands to do it.
Why are we missing the obvious ones? I got to back up slightly, Jeff.
What?
Back up the tape on the Opie and Anthony show. Yes, Jeff.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Hey.
I was wondering if this story is describing a couple of freshmen on a football team or everybody works for Lehman Brothers.
Well, yeah, that's what Lehman Brothers is going to be doing to their employees today. They're breaking out the old broomsticks. All right. You got the song, Danny?
We got the...
All right, let's get the rest of the story.
Yeah.
The Trek star made a grand entrance to the tune of One Singular Sensation, of course, from the Broadway musical Chorus Line. They then shared a traditional Japanese tea ceremony and were wed by a Buddhist priest. The gay activists were one of the first gay couples to receive a marriage license in California.
Tea cell.
That's right. That's where you stand in the water and wave goodbye to them.
Yes. What a wonderful story. True love.
True love for George Takei.
Where's the Prince story? There it is.
Why, is there more in the story?
They got vows and everything.
Oh, really? What do you got on the George Takei thing here?
Apparently, yeah, they've they've agreed to live long and prosper together. Yeah. And do the Spock thing. Although you can only do two in the,
you can only do half a Spock.
Well, there's
half a shocker.
Half a shocker for these guys.
2 in the stink and 2 on the spine.
Yes, they were married Sunday, as we know. The couple, both clad in white dinner jackets and black pants, made the grand entrance. One Singular Sensation stepped into a circle of yellow roses and lilies with a cracker in the middle. And the ceremony was they were led by a Buddhist priest. Oh,
is this it?
One? I think this is it.
Why is it so low?
Oh, there it is.
Singular sensation.
Yes. One singular sensation. Ouch. The couple have been together for 21 years and wrote their own vows. Altman said that he had called Takei many things during their 2 decades together. Sloppy party bottom. Fruit. Life partner, significant other. But their marriage represented a dream come true for me. I can add my husband to the list of things I call you.
Yuck.
Takei called his longtime partner an organized, detail-obsessed, punctually driven control freak. It sounds like a real pleasure to live with. I'm easygoing with details, so we're a good fit. I bet. Like a hand in a glove. I vow to take care of you as you've cared for me, and love you as my husband and the only man in my life. The priest pronounced them spouses for life. Oh boy. And a bagpipe player played as the newlyweds walked out. I bet he was very good.
Yeah.
It's very easy to put your mouth on something, blow, and squeeze a bag.
Exactly. But it didn't sound good because he wouldn't pull his mouth back up. He just kept his mouth all the way down on it.
He choked on it and vomited on the mouthpiece.
Yeah. I'm going to ask for someone to slap his face.
Yes. They left to another song. Do we have that one, Danny? The song that they left to? Another great favorite. Yeah, yes, it's wonderful.
Oh, right.
I was thinking
Yes.
that
Well,
the song they walked out to.
Yeah, it's a little known fact, Danny.
Yes, yes.
You know. Yes.
Jesus Christ, Danny. Yes. Detail obsessed. And a control freak. You know who the top is in that relationship. It ain't old George. George is just... Oof. Oh, can't picture it.
For the wedding vows, George said, I promise.
Oh, just laying there. And 71. He's 71 years old. That's too well. You gotta leave the gay stuff to the young. That's just the way it is. It's just two old guys sitting there. Ooh, looks like Lemon Party. Oh God.
We could do this story a lot more justice on the other side, huh?
Yeah, well, yes.
The phones are great, but not on this side, my friends.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Set a course for your blank.
Oh, well, the planet Uranus.
They had a teabag ceremony. Well, yeah, you know.
Well, they did.
Well, sure.
Yes.
All right. George Takei, happily married.
Happily married. Do we have the song they left to? Yes. You see me come and biscuit out of my way. I am gay.
Pendulum is swinging over his nose.
The flesh pendulum is swinging back the other way. Boy, that's such an odd thing that really didn't come out until recently. I've been with this one guy for 20 years.
They've been together that long.
Yeah. Obviously, he was Guy back in the Star Trek days. Mm-hmm. It never came out.
Did you ever do an interview with Regis?
I don't.
Regis is the best at that.
Yeah, what do you know, George? A lot of girls out there. I'm sure they like watching you on the Star Trek.
When are you gonna settle down?
A special girl in your life, George?
Yes, very special indeed. Such a special girl because she has a penis.
Now, wouldn't that make it a gentleman?
We got to get a montage of Regis asking.
Regis.
Obvious,
blatant gay guys.
Gay guys, when are they going to settle down?
So where's the special lady in your life? Where's that special lady?
Regis is the last to know.
Come on, you're waiting so long. Right. There's a line of girls for you.
Liberace, when are you going to settle down?
That's why I keep telling the same thing to Gelman. You got to settle down, Lee. That's what we called Liberace in the old days, Lee.
Yeah. Regis is either very twisted or just clueless.
Either a genius with a great sense of humor to bring blatantly gay guys out and then just profess why they're not married.
I guess we really can't do this bit because these guys that are obvious to pretty much everyone.
Yeah.
Haven't announced it, so you can't really say they are. That's when you get in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, but Regis doesn't have to go right for the...
Why did you find a girl to settle down with?
Because girls disgust me, Regis. I'm disgusted by the thought of a vagina. Well, I didn't beep it, I said it.
Oops.
But I could say I'm disgusted at the thought of one.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the episode The Doomsday Machine, when the USS Constellation was damaged by something that looked like a vagina. And I was very frightened by it.
Were you hiding in the lower decks?
Yeah, I was hiding in my closet.
Yeah.
I didn't come out until just recently. It was very frightening. Or they also remind me of those bat-like things that stuck to Spock's back from the cave. Very frightening. You never saw something that was penis-shaped on Star Trek that was frightening. Always very fun. Like the engines on the Enterprise. Oh, those looked wonderful, didn't they?
Why don't you settle down?
Stupid Regis. Sorry. He is just a dolt.
It's one of our favorite bits we really can't do. It's like, Regis, look, everyone's talking.
I don't understand why that Rock Hudson died alone. He should have had a lovely bride. That Anthony Perkins. Another one. Why did he settle down? Yeah.
We have time for Lennon?
What are those sores on your face?
All right. I see where you're going with this. Lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, you get a little skinny. You need some help up on that stool? Why are you turning the stool over and inviting 3 of your friends? I only booked you for the show. That holds gag.
Yeah, well, works every time.
Yeah. Well, congrats.
Congrats to George Takei.
George Takei.
Sure.
The wedding guest included Star Trek Walter Koenig. Was
Who?
He was Chekhov.
Oh, okay. I don't know
Chekhov.
the real names.
Talk about his wig. Holy Jesus. Worse than Shatner's.
Really?
Yeah. If you watch the original show, he had the worst comb over ever. It goes from the back forward and then this sweep in the front. Chekhov was completely bald for that show. So was I. I was bald many times. And Nichelle Nichols, who was a hura, served as best man and best lady. That's interesting. What a freak show.
Yeah.
There's a name I don't hear. William Shatner.
I don't think Shatner was showing up at this one.
He doesn't want to acknowledge this?
No. Why would I go to a sucker's wedding?
It kind of worked anyway.
Yeah, it did anyway.
I hit the wrong one there, but... Yeah, Shatner didn't want to be part of that, I guess.
Yeah, she asked him, but then William Shatner face.
Yeah, well, there's a at my helm. There's a at the helm. No, I swear, Spock. Look, there's a at the helm.
You don't know what's going on here. Jimmy's mortified.
Oh, really? What?
And Jimmy's awful joke.
Oh!
Oh, my God. Can you repeat that?
What's that?
No. No, all right.
May sweet equality live long and prosper. The Star Trek star and his manager, it's his manager? They plan to honeymoon in Argentina and Peru. We're going to Peru.
Good luck. Indonesia. Well, those are very accepted.
Yes, of course. Wow. Very good.
All right.
Yeah, that's a good comb over.
Yeah. Let's go with the John Lennon thing. Wrap up our
what? Our creepy kind of thing. Because, you know, hey, gays want to get married. Who am I to say?
Let them suffer like the rest of us, right? Shut up.
Yeah, it's a little freaky.
Here's some creepy Lennon stuff.
I was just remembering the time when I had my...
Oh, wow, wait. This is actually Lennon?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was some ass that was just trying to, like, get outrageous with his dumb book. Oh, wow. All right. Tape reveals Lennon having sexual thoughts about his mama.
I was just remembering the time when I had my hand on my mother's...
Is this the beep game? Did Sam put the beep game together? No, of course not.
Breasts?
Yes.
You can't say that?
Well, no, he didn't say it. He used a different word. He used the bad word for it.
He used the biggie?
That if it's spoken, it's over.
Oh, okay.
I was just remembering the time when I had my hand on my mother's in number 1 Blomfield Road in off Mather Avenue near Garston.
Right.
That's when I was about 14. Took a day off school. I was always doing that and hanging out in her house. I was lying on the bed and I was thinking, I wonder if I should do anything else. And it was a strange moment because I actually had the hots, as they say, for some rather lower class female that lived on the opposite side. of the road. But I always think that I should have done it, presuming she would have allowed it.
But I did it right the first time.
They
all sound the same.
He wanted to have sex with her, is what he's saying there.
Yeah.
But he grabbed her breast. And this is his mom?
What'd she do?
His mum?
Was he living with his mom? What do we know about Lennon and his mom? Wasn't he living with somebody else? Was the mom in the picture? Oh boy,
He was living with an annoying.
Whoa!
McCartney's not happy, and neither is Yoko. They're not happy about this.
McCartney isn't? Does he care?
I don't know. Had my hand in my mother's stump.
Stump.
Well, it's kind of hard to hear, but the audio diary claimed to have been recorded a year before he died. Yoko and Paul not happy. In the tape, a voice alleged to be John's can be heard saying, I was just remembering the time I had my hand on my mother's. Okay, we heard that. It was when I was 14. I took a day off of school. I was always doing that and hanging out in her house. So it sounds like he wasn't living with his mother?
Well, she died when he was 17, so he was bouncing around, I think, a couple different places.
Thank God it didn't happen when he was 13. It's been a much hotter audio clip.
We were lying on the bed, and I was thinking, I wonder if I should do anything else. That's weird.
Well, what did Mom say?
Yeah.
How could you leave us in a lurch like that?
Mom.
That's all we got. That's all we got on that. But it's going to be part of a book. Wow. And they're going to have the audio
put the book. Put me face by her tie.
Oh, this might be the... You told me to remind you of a story, and I think the guy on the phone has it.
Okay, let's see if he does.
We'll go back to the Lennon thing in a minute. We'll try to get more info on that, Stump Brain. Pat in Connecticut. Pat.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Pat, welcome aboard.
Great. Love your show, guys. Jimmy Killer show you had Saturday night.
Thank
Late
you.
show in Danbury.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Even though the interruption, you still pulled it off professionally.
Yeah, it was a weird one. On Saturday night, I'm on stage for like, 20 minutes, and to my left there was a bunch of old people. And they were having fun. It was not a sold-out show because I didn't promote it. I liked it. And all of a sudden I hear, are you okay? And I look over, and there's an old lady. She's probably 70. And she's just kind of sitting in her seat, and then all of a sudden she, like, slowly leans forward and stops. And I'm thinking, like, she's having a stroke. And it was really, really uncomfortable. It was sad because one of the guys is like, Mom?
Oh, bring the whole crowd down. How do you come back from that one?
Well, she leans over, her mouth opens, and she starts vomiting on herself.
All right.
She starts puking all over herself, but not moving.
Just sitting there completely still vomiting?
Puking.
Wow, is that creepy?
As you're trying to tell your jokes?
Well, I stopped.
I would continue telling the jokes.
On with the show.
The room smelled like puke, and they had to call 911. So
How much puke?
Enough to make the room smell.
Oh, God, what an awful gig.
And also...
you poor bastard.
EMS came. So I just stalled on stage for a while.
Yeah.
I felt really bad, man. Yeah. She's friends with the owner, like the family, and I hope that she's alive. But
you don't even know
have
if
to go
she's
that
alive?
far.
No.
Just go, I hope she's all right.
Well, alive, that's
Hope
all right.
she's, not 6 feet under already. And
No, but I mean, I don't know what it was. I mean, yeah, I hope she's fine.
She probably ate something that didn't agree with her.
I don't know, but she was really embarrassed. I heard she was on a date, like an old guy was with her. And he was saying, I want to marry her. Like, it was just all these depressing...
Holy mother of God.
Sad things.
What's going to happen next? Is she going to be vacuuming tomorrow? And
Got a shoe off.
The shoe going to...
And the vacuum's still running.
Oh, horrid.
And I love Brad Axelrod, the comedy booker. She's still sitting there, and he starts mopping already. And I'm like, could you
mop it up.
How about you wait till
around
she
her
leaves?
old ankles?
Right.
Hose it down. Get the show going.
I felt bad because it must be so humiliating to have a room full of people just...
Was she talking on the way out?
Not a word. I don't think so. She's probably very embarrassed.
Was she conscious when they...
She was. They walked her out. But they had to work on her, I think, downstairs. It took them a while to get her downstairs.
How the hell do you go back to your show?
It's weird. But I'm the night before that, the Friday Night Late Show, Kenny will vouch, it's the worst crowd I've ever had in 18 years.
Wow.
Why?
Bunch of girls who were just yelling at each other. A couple of drunk ones up front. They were just interrupting and talking. And people were having fun. But it was a very chatty, awful. Awful. Kenny says it's the worst crowd he's ever seen, including the days with Dice. Like ever.
Really?
And let it be known that has nothing to do with little Jimmy Norton. It's just one of those things.
Yeah. And some girl actually walked out because she was sitting stage left and she was arguing with this one girl, and this big girl yelled at these two girls, and the one girl goes, she's just yelling because she's overweight. So I thought there was going to be a fight between the fat chick and the two girls.
That would be kind of fun to see.
And there's a fan. Dude, if you're listening, your girlfriend, the only reason I didn't lay into that bitch is because I like you. But they were sitting directly stage left, and she got up with her broken flip-flop. I'm like, you're leaving? And she goes, yeah, you're an egotistical pig. And I've never had so many vile words, block themselves at my mouth.
Ooh, wow, yeah.
And her boyfriend looks so defeated.
So the boyfriend is a huge fan of yours, brings his girl. Oh.
And he's sitting there, and I'm
That's
like,
a shame.
are you
Dump
having
the chick, bro.
I'm like, you having fun?
Your life's going to be hell.
You having fun? He goes, well, I was. And I'm like, you mad at me? And he goes, no. He was mad at her, so I didn't attack him, or I let her go. But, dude, if you're listening, you seem like a nice dude. She's not hot enough to tolerate what you tolerated from that bitch at all. Yes, sir.
You shouldn't even tolerate that from a hot broad.
If she's hot enough, you put up with a lot.
What do you got, Pat?
Very good.
Like if Brie Olson was my girlfriend and she started throwing vomit at the comedian, I would tolerate it. I'd go, honey, what did he say that made you do this? I'm sorry.
You got something else on this, Pat?
Yeah, I was going to say, Jimmy did very good on the Late Show Saturday night recovering from what he did. I don't know if you caught when I said that room hasn't smelled that bad since Boss was in town.
Oh, yeah, I do remember when you said that. That was actually very funny.
Right, that's funny.
That was a good line.
But Jimmy brought the crowd back.
He brought him back fine. I mean, very slowly and respectfully. And then once he was gone, he went in for the kill, but that was okay.
Yeah. I said, yelled, get that bitch out of here, I think, but she was already gone.
All right, Pat, thank you.
In the paper about her dying, so.
Yeah, if you got an update, please call the show.
I'm a pro.
Will do.
Nothing phases me.
Thanks, gentlemen. Checking out.
I still don't understand why people don't understand what goes on in a comedy club. I saw Bob Kelly recently. He was just killing, but he had a table to the right. It was 6 girls, and they're thinking they're at a social event. It's like if you want to, have a few drinks and yap, there's a million places to go. You just should not be doing that in a comedy club.
You don't
completely.
do it.
And it's not even that they were too drunk, and they just had no clue, no effing clue. And every comedian was like trying to do the right thing. Could you guys, please? No one really attacked them. Like, come on,
unload.
And they're just yip yapping away.
You got it. Here's what that happened to me at Caroline's once. Table of broads. I dropped a C-bomb beautifully. Up, out. C, up, out. It was wonderful. It was almost like the C-bomb had a button with all their little heinies in the chair. And they went up, and out the door they went.
Popped them right out of their seats.
I cleared that table. And I was screaming, don't give those bitches their money back.
Yeah.
Don't give them their money back.
Let's go to Rich in Connecticut. Rich?
Hey, Jim, I was at the show on Friday. That show was great. I laughed hysterically the whole entire time. I couldn't even get my breath. I don't know what you're talking about.
Early or late show?
That was the Late Show, man. I was right up front with that short, little, obnoxious girl.
Yeah, the crowd laughed. They were a good they weren't, nasty. I wasn't getting screamed at. They were just yapping and talking to each other and doing all of that. It was just annoying. They weren't. Thanks for calling, bro. They weren't awful. They were just like yapping at each other and stuff like that.
All right,
but they weren't yelling at me.
There you go. Let's take a quick break, and we'll do a little mopping up next on the Opie and Anthony Show. Heading toward the finish line today. Not bad for a Monday, huh?
Yeah.
Something really quick. I went out to Hampton Bays. To my nephew's football game. And you know how we talk about how sports is becoming ridiculous? Everyone has to win and everyone has to be... you know what I mean? It's
fair. So the children don't get hurt.
Right.
And have no concept of competition.
So my nephew Carson, he's on a really good football team this year. The 10-year-olds, 11-year-olds. And...
Uncle Paul. He just made the face.
Oh. And they're kicking ass. And then Carson, who plays quarterback, his running backs, and like his receivers, they all leave the field. And they take a seat on the bench. I go, Scott, what's that about, my brother? He goes, oh, it's the 18-point rule. This is the only reason I'm bringing it up, because we've talked about this in the past.
An 18-point
I'm like, what is
rule?
the 18-point rule? Well, if your team's ahead by 18 points, you got to sit your starting offense.
And bring in the secondary.
Yeah, and then the rest of the guys on the team have to play in positions they're not used to playing in. You know, they don't have the real skills to play the sport. They're just there because mommy and daddy want to see them play a little football. And now Carson and his offensive, the offensive line and whatever, they're just sitting there for like a whole quarter. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And he goes, oh, it gets worse. There's a 24-point rule.
Uh-oh.
See, now, the second...
Cut off a foot, you hobble them like in Misery.
Right. The second string stays out there until there's no more 18-point deficit. What? So if the other team scores because now they're, playing against a team that's not as good, then you can bring in your starting lineup again. But the 24-point rule, if it gets to 24 points down, you're not allowed to play offense anymore until the other team gets it under 24 points.
Wait, what do you mean you're not allowed to play offense?
It almost got to that point. Yeah.
They're out there alone, just throwing the ball.
Yeah, they might as well. Right?
It's like there's no defense.
Right. So let's say the team's up by 24. Now let's say the other team who's down 24 points. They do 4 downs and they're done.
Yeah.
Not in this.
They get more.
They keep going and going. They play offense the rest of the game until they knock it down under 24 points. What is that teaching?
You can't handle a blowout because it's a bunch of little babies being raised by babies. That's all it is.
Wow, that is
what is
something
that teaching,
else.
though? Because then, of course, like Carson's team is going to let the other team score so they can play offense again.
Jeez.
How ridiculous is that? I saw it firsthand, finally, what some of these parents are going through out there. Because you got the parents that understand what sports should be about, and then you got the other parents that are we don't understand what sports are all about, but we don't want our kid to be hurt, so we're going to change all the rules on you. And why do they win? Why can't it be the parents that really understand what sports is all about and grew up playing sports themselves? Why aren't they the ones that get to influence what's going on out there with their own kids?
Because there may be more people than you think who are on the other side of it. More people with crappy kids. Don't forget, most parents of kids who play sports probably don't have very talented kids.
Yeah.
Most of them are just crap.
Right.
They're just little crappy, awful kids.
But it's teaching
little crappy, awful kids.
But it's teaching holding back.
Of course it is.
Because like my nephew and his friends on the team, they don't want to sit on the bench. They want to play. So, of course, all of a sudden, because they play defense too, all of a sudden you're going to let the guy run by you and score so you can play offense again.
Why don't they do that?
Dumbest thing.
Why don't they do that in school? How about you can't get any more A's until the kid who gets F's gets a D or a C?
Sure.
They wouldn't do that.
Yeah, that's the same thing. It's the same thing.
I just don't get it. I don't get it. I'm not a parent, but I just don't get it. I would just tell my kid, look, instead of
look, you suck.
You're crying like a baby.
Sorry.
Look, this sport isn't for you. Let's find something else that you're good at.
Yeah, like computers.
Whatever.
Wow.
Well, how about the captain of the football team can't bang the cheerleaders anymore until the fat kid gets a little.
I'm sure that they have a reason, like we want everyone to get a chance to play and stuff. But I mean, if you suck and you've seen that you suck, you got the chance to play, you're not good, go on to something else.
I don't know what that teaches a kid as far as going through life, because you don't have those same type of rules in the real world where you just get eaten alive.
Then again, I do like the fact that everyone gets to play at one point, because it is a stupid. It's just a dumb sport, and they're all kids, and everybody getting a shot to play. It's nothing worse than just sitting on the bench the whole time.
Honestly, I think it's going to lead to injuries because, like the game I was at yesterday, everyone is playing to begin with. But if you're not the greatest football player, because it might not be your forte, you're kind of playing some of the positions where you're not going to be jumping in on the piles and getting hit too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now all of a sudden, the guys that are obviously have skill are sitting on the bench. Now you're putting the weaker players in positions where they could easily get hurt because they're not used to being like running down the middle with the ball all of a sudden.
And it keeps the good players from practicing, from getting better,
Right.
and better, and
Right.
you know, making something of themselves in that sport.
And before we move on, I forgot his name, but one of the star players,
Jimmy Norton,
on my nephew's team, torn ACL, out forever.
Wait, how old is he?
Out forever.
Out forever.
Not out for the season, out forever. Mommy and Daddy said, that's it. No more
Career-ruining
football.
injury at how old?
10, 11.
10 or 11 years old.
Torn
That's
ACL.
fantastic.
A 10 or 11-year-old with a torn ACL, out forever. That's it. I'm done.
Wow.
They don't want their kid playing any type of sports where he's going to get hit in the legs anymore. Done. Let's say hi to Dan in Tennessee. Dan.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
I was just I've heard the same thing about basketball too. Like a team gets like a star player or something. They're all only allowed to get like 12 points. Then they have to sit down. It's pure liberalism about not having any losers or winners. They don't want anybody to feel bad.
It's also called let the white kids play a little bit. 'Cause that's what it is.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You're right, pure
Yeah,
liberalism.
I blame the parents that for not getting together and changing some of this stuff. Maybe you start a league where you want old school rules like we had when we were growing up.
No,
and
aren't
let
the
all-
parents the ones that started the whole thing?
Yes.
Crying to the friggin' coaches and the
But
teachers
that-
and everything.
It's the special. It's the minority once again. In
Well,
this country.
again, those are the ones that,
because on the sideline, my dumb observation from yesterday. I'm not at every game. The sideline, the parents are like, "Oh yeah, this dumb rule. We hate it." I'm like, "Well, if you all hate it, then why is
Yeah.
the rule in play?
Yeah.
Why don't you guys get together and tell the stupid minority person that has the kid that obviously should be doing Broadway instead of football, tough crap, you know?"
It's enjoying
Beat the child up. They should all just beat the child up.
Just beat him. A blanket party. Like Private Pile. They'll hit him with soap.
Yeah. Here's a kid. He goes, a kid, he's probably 30 now, Scott in Jersey. I remember when I didn't play for 3 years in Little League because I wasn't good. So guess what? I sat.
Yeah, that's what they used to do.
Craig on Long Island. Craig.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
In all seriousness, what's the lesser of two evils? As a kid, you sit there because you suck and you don't play and you wait, I want to play, or they put you in and because you suck, you screwed up the team, you screwed up the play, you blow the game, and the kid's calling you a dick for 3 days.
See, you're missing the point. Everyone was playing in this game, so it wasn't a question of kids are not playing. They're rotating every single kid in. I
understand that. But what I'm saying, as the kid,
right.
You know, it's kind of suck. You want to play, but you suck, and then if they do put you in and you blow it, you're screwed then too.
Vic Morrow never would have allowed it.
That's right.
He smacked his own son in the face.
And then got decapitated.
Maybe that was a little strict.
There's one empty helmet. I'm on both sides of the issue because parents make me so sick to my stomach. These wishy-washy parents should be slapped. And then these overly obsessed with their kids' athletic accomplishment parents should also be slapped. I just hate all of them. Stop it.
Like just driving the kid. You know what happened? One kid I knew, his father was such a fanatic about sports. I think the kid was into wrestling or something. And one day he actually took some duct tape and duct taped the butt cheeks together of this poor kid that used to be in the locker room. And ripped it off, and a bunch of hair came off, and he started crying, and it was terrible. He got detention for it.
Did he feel bad, though? Because then he started thinking, I'm just going to guess, that he might have thought, like, God, that kid had to go home and tell his father.
His father, right, and he felt a little bad about it. And then they smoked some pot and danced.
That was a really cool, and then, there's probably some tough kid who dressed like...
BTF?
No, not Back to the Future.
Oh, it's not BTTF?
No.
And then there was a bad kid, I bet. He probably wore, he kind of looked like...
He was a bad, wow, he was so bad.
Type bandana on his arm.
And it was so, his father was really nasty to him. I didn't see that coming. And, the princess of the school, she was in detention, too. Little redhead.
Were there any weird chicks or no?
Yeah, there's one weird chick.
There always
At one
is,
point,
right?
she like shook dandruff out of her hair and started like writing stuff in it. It was really strange.
Wow.
Hey, there you go. Oh,
Yeah.
join the
Oh
party.
my God! Thank you.
Did it show?
Now that the keg is empty. Hey guys, I'm here. I'm here with my empty cup.
Foam.
I'm here.
You're just getting
hey,
foam.
I'm here. I'm here.
You got your big red party
I'm
cup.
here. I want to join the fun.
And foam is coming out of the keg.
Breakfast Club. It was the dander thing. I'm finally part of the fun. Hey, Steve in Farmingdale, what's going on?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
There you go.
Jeez. I'm like sitting there. Like, what's up, Steve?
I just want to comment. It's ridiculous with these kids because, I mean, think about what they're going to turn into in the future. I mean,
The
my
future.
mom-
It's your kids.
Well, yeah, but
That's
I'm
Back to
saying,
the Future.
They're going to go out to take care of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just going to turn. You know, my brother's going through it right now. He's 16. My mom gives him whatever the hell he wants. I never got that growing up. You know.
Yeah,
So
look
it's like-
what a charmer you turned into.
Yeah, really.
Exactly. No, I'm just saying though. No one's going to want to work for. No one's
Just
gonna
insult the guy. Yeah, I love it.
want to work for anything. I'm
We
just saying, it's
stink.
really-
All right.
You know?
All right.
Just awful to our listeners.
Yeah, simmer down.
The other point, really fast. The second half of this game yesterday.
Oh, really? Bad?
They just wanted everyone off that field. It was a lopsided. I'm like, Scott, what? That's the half. Yeah, they do that too. The refs kind of like keep in mind that it's no contest, so they just run the clock out as quickly as possible. Yeah, so.
Eek.
All right. As we mop up here, it's a very sad day. Frank Mundus died. I think that's how you say his name. If not, Anthony, I apologize to you specifically.
Wow. Frank. Oh, he was that little kid from Malcolm in the Middle. Oh, wow. That's a shame.
That's.
Oh.
Yeah. Frank Mundus, I think.
How do you spell his name?
M-U-N.
No
That's the Mun. And the D-U-S would be the Dus.
Mundus.
Frank Mundus.
Mundus. How old?
82.
82. Okay.
What did he do?
That's going back a while.
He was a guard at what camp?
No.
Okay.
Good guess, though, Jimmy.
Yeah,
Very good
I don't know if
guess.
that's a German name or not.
Don't look over there, Anthony.
Oh.
Now you're going to look smart.
He was a pioneer of sports fishing for sharks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess
And
they probably fashioned the character Quint from him.
Hopefully he died the same way, too. Shark teeth in his dumb old stomach. Let's drink to your leg.
Yeah, how did he die? I bet you it wasn't as romantic as Quint.
No, not as action-packed.
How did he die?
Probably slipping
Drooling on himself or something?
He died. He went the way he wanted to, with his diapers full,
Yes.
drooling and babbling something about fish.
He died doing what he loved, being alone and staring at a wall.
Yeah. It's kind of it's Bill Hickish. I want to acknowledge that. But if you were like a Frank
Bill Hicks-ish, just because you're saying Bill Hicks,
Hickish, you're right.
you made his name singular.
Hickish, Bill Hicks-ish, because Bill Hicks has a great bit about getting older and cooler ways to die. Like if you were Frank Mundus,
Yeah.
wouldn't you want to just go in the water with the sharks, knowing you have literally a few breaths left? You're like, all right, it's time, boys. And they take you out to the
Was
shark-infested...
this the old bitch from Titanic? What are you...
And you say, hey, you go out to shark-infested waters. That's a way to go
And let
out.
him tear you to pieces.
Yes.
Ah.
I'm saying if you knew you literally had minutes to live, why not?
By the time you get out there, you'd be dead.
That would be a drag, Jimmy.
They probably wouldn't even eat him. He's so old. They'd look at him like he's an old piece of jerky.
Ugh.
They'd bite his arm off and just leave.
Yeah. How did he die? Do we know? Heart attack.
Oh.
Yes, he inspired Jaws. He dies at the age of 82 today. 82
It's actually
years
the
old.
way that Robert Shaw went, which is kind of stupid because it's the second leading cause of death, so it's not really that much of a coincidence.
Well, yeah.
Well, actually, this guy actually touched the third rail when he found out there was no death penalty in New York.
And Kurt Cobain's kid is 16 years old. That's today's...
Holy mother of God.
That's today's holy yes, we're getting old real fast
Little
tidbit.
bean or whatever the hell.
Yeah, we like to bring up little things that make you feel like your life is like this.
Yeah.
16.
It is whizzing on by, isn't it?
And that Courtney Love, she's a real hoot. She threw Francis Bean a murder-themed Sweet 16 party.
That's good.
So, and I think that's about it.
And there was that stupid problem in Boston. that fight.
What?
Over tickets for my November 15th show. Because they're on sale at Ticketmaster, the early show. I don't know why.
Like,
what?
You got me.
Thinking. I'm like,
you got me.
Actually, I'm trying to think of jokes for fights in Boston, and then you throw the plug, and it's like, whew, good, the pressure's off.
No plug. It was just a big deal. My first show sold out. Whatever. Who cares?
Big deal. Yeah.
Yeah. November 15th. It doesn't matter. The point is that there was a fight.
So, but what's not the big deal?
What do you mean?
Like, what is not the big deal? That there's tickets on sale?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Irrelevant.
All right. I just want to make sure it wasn't a big deal. Okay.
It's the fight that we should talk about.
Yeah.
Damn it, this show's over. All right, we'll talk about it.
John in Boston, I'm a coach for daughter's soccer team. People who make the rules are the kids who used to suck. Well, yeah, but I blame the rest of the parents for not getting involved with that. Don't let them make the rules.
You should see this bumper sticker I sell. It says rules are meant to be broken.
Wow. You're a rebel.
Yeah, I don't take no guff.
Well, see on the naughty side.
Yeah. This one's in the books, fellas. File this one, Sunframe.
Put it in the can.
Put it in the can.
That's what George Takei said on his honeymoon.
That's the out right there, my friend.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
I want to thank Jeff M. from Staten Island. He writes on Instant Feedback, holy shit, turn on Channel 2, check out the tumor on this kid.
This is one of the most disgusting shows I've ever seen.
It's great. It's a show called The Doctors, I guess. I haven't heard of this one before. And how do you explain the tumor? It was on the front of the girl's face. It looked like a balloon that's completely blown up, just hanging off the side of her lower face.
Yeah.
And as we're getting ready to start the show, they're removing the tumor, and they made the last cut after like 5 or 6 hours of surgery. And then one of the doctors grabs this huge tumor. It's the size easily of a football.
It was holding it like a baby.
Way
it was
bigger
the size
than a
of
football. Yeah, baby.
Like a baby. Puts it close to his chest and kind of holds the bloody tumor.
Cradled it.
Cradled the bloody tumor. Amazing.
Where are these savages from? Because it's always some other country that has these things, and they fly them over here and operate on them.
Remember old fucking tree tootsies? And he had spiders on his feet.
Tree tootsies. Yes, spiders lived in his feet. What's wrong with that broad?
Yeah.
I just want to see now the big reveal, because I'm sure that's what they're getting at right now. The big reveal to see what she looks like with that fucking medicine ball
to
taken
show you
out.
that the operation was a waste of time, and she's still an ugly child.
That would be great. She comes out, big fucking lump on her head.
Her mouth was a big circle, like the tumor was pushing up through her mouth from the back.
Yeah.
Awful.
So her mouth looked like a big nest. Oh,
wow.
God, it's just this big red mess. There's a good fucking photo, Runa. Look at the veins in the tumor.
Her breath must have been horrendous and tumorish.
Horrible. You can't brush your teeth with a big tumor in there.
I would grow up hating my parents. I would go, look, at least I had the circus, and you took that away from me. Now I'm just an ugly broad without the big tumor that I could have made money with.
Her breathing must have been so bad.
Nah. Her mouth. I think it's the dry mouth that she had. Because
show the kid.
Her mouth was wide open all the time.
Why would they show the kid at 9:17?
The audience.
This is a 9:42 reveal.
Dude, the audience in this show, The Doctors, is so much different than like Maury.
Yeah.
They're all in suits and white and doctors.
Yeah.
It's just another way to hide the fact that this is a freak show live on TV.
Tumor originally, this was a 3D model that you used.
She's in the back sucking dick. Can't get over how her mouth works.
Was and how you even begin to go about reconstructing this and getting that tumor off.
Look at where her mouth was. Like it pushed her mouth away.
Looks like one of those frogs where their throats get really big.
Yeah. That's what it looks like. She looks like a bullfrog throat.
Bullfrog, thank you.
9.5 ounces.
Bullfrog.
Have you
9.5 ounces.
Career seen a
That's
tumor
a
of this
baby.
size?
No, this is the biggest tumor we've had the challenge to face. This has been the largest.
Face.
How risky was this surgery? How tough was it?
How risky?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Only in the fact that
like
of its
setting a
huge
broken
size.
arm.
The other was the airway. It was starting to choke off her airway, and even during the center,
It started doing its job.
He had to abandon the usual endotracheal tube.
Let
and
nature
resort
do
to
its thing.
tracheostomy.
Explain to me quickly. I know you have a
Oh, look, they put a little pink hat on her like that's going to improve it.
Pretty much it's going to replace the part of the mandible that was removed.
Holy shit, they put an iron jaw in.
This situation that we have right
Dude.
now. when
Chain
we
link
have
fence
a
jaw.
plate, a
No,
metal
it looks like
plate folding,
like a bicycle
Like,
chain.
yeah.
Her mouth was fucking
Thank you
ugly.
for walking us through that. You know, it's been 3 months since Lai had her surgery.
All right, bring her
today
out.
She is here in our studio.
And we'll do it after
All
the
right.
break.
See her next.
Told
Yep,
ya.
gonna see her next.
Oh, they got us hooked.
They certainly did.
Hey, look,
don't go anywhere.
The doctors I like. They're going to show a kid who had 20 pounds of fat taken off her head. I'll wait.
Yeah. And up next, we get to see what she looks like.
And don't ruin it.
Oh, boy.
Oh, they gave a little sneak peek.
I think it's on to CBS for the people around
Of course.
the country.
You guys are just shills for CBS. Is this a commercial? Did they make you do this? Yes, they did.
Oh, Dr. Cunt is on later.
Of course.
Who?
Dr. Cunt.
You don't like the Dr. Cunt?
How can you like Dr. Phil? Dr. Fool, I call him.
Let me tell you something. Watch. I'm going to tell you how to run your life.
Dr. Phil.
That's what I do. I tell other people how to run their lives.
He's not a doctor.
I'm not really a doctor, but
Oh.
He's a mustachioed bag of shit.
Oprah made me
Audio.
famous, and I don't really know what I'm doing. But
That's my Dr. Phil. Thank you.
Sounds just like him.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you, guys. Thank you for the nothing.
I was like, is Dr. Phil in the motherfucking house?
Oh,
Sounds just like him,
damn.
right?
I'm the throat's going, by the
Jive
way.
Talking Jimmy. Because Ant's not
Your
doing
voice.
his bit,
Yeah,
so I
well,
do Anthony's bit.
Because if you ask me, that wasn't Jive Talking Jimmy.
No, that was my throat is going. It was so good.
I like the way you sound, though.
My,
I like your voice, too.
I like the way you talk.
Yeah, I like the way you talk.
I like the way your buttocks feel. You like the way my penis feel. I'm,
The bigger creep in that movie is fucking, what's his
JT
name?
Walsh.
JT Walsh back there. So, what was it like? You were out there? Boy.
I can't talk. That Pacino killed my voice. I was going to cancel show Saturday.
Yeah.
You can't cancel shows.
I was losing my voice.
Yeah.
How am I going to do my shows without my voice?
Don't do it. You'll ruin it. We're just so distracted now to I want to go back and say, now I got to see this fucking animal.
All
Well, now
I
we
care
gotta do the big
about
reveal.
is old fucking Leno Chin. She looks like Leno squared. Good thing she doesn't have a beard. Took her 3 weeks to shave it. Boo. What are you highlighting, Steve?
Yes. I was looking up info about the show The Doctors.
Cool.
And,
I have a rod.
do you really?
I do.
Why?
I don't know.
Should we fade up the TV, you think? Yeah.
Wait till it comes back.
Yeah, it's
We have to see this, ladies and germs.
Oh, yeah.
This kid is a big-chinned Zilcheroonie.
Mm-hmm.
El Zilcho.
Ugh.
All right, there's the promo, so we're getting ready.
Today
ES2HD's Kirsten Cole investigates this new weapon in the battle against the bulge. Does it really work?
Battle against the bulge. It's a fat girl. Makes your dick go down.
The Doctors.
The Doctors.
So pleased on how
All right, a little recap.
opening muscle and the closing muscles reattached.
Yeah, nice teeth, shithead.
People are getting really excited because they can start to see the end.
The mother's crying. The doctor's comforting the mother with his awful haircut.
She should be throwing a grenade in a helicopter.
Medical story of 15-year-old
Why is this guy
Lai,
wearing
who
a
had
scrub?
Because he's so
marathon
good looking, I
surgery to
hate
remove
him.
A nearly 13-pound tumor from her face.
13
Had the
pounds.
tumor been left to grow, Lai would not be alive today.
Too bad it wasn't cocaine.
Oh,
She's
you
making
lie.
her very first television appearance here with us today.
I would hope so.
Please welcome Lai.
She's in a sitcom.
Oh, boy. All right.
boy.
She looks like a walking Photoshop.
Oh, no.
Does she have a mustache?
Lie
Oh,
looks
boy.
awful.
That didn't quite...
Lie does not look good.
You got a gift for Jim?
Lai looks like a thank you card for
Oh,
Dr.
boy,
Gomez
throw it
and
away.
Dr. Mark.
Oh, I thought she
and
looked
she
like
drew
a
a
thank
picture
you
of,
card.
this is the hospital where she had the surgery.
Is it?
Oh, she looks terrible.
This is great. This is for you guys. This is awesome.
Poor Lie.
It says, Dr.
Oh,
Gomez,
boy.
And what I notice about doctors,
a little picture.
they can do some amazing things, but they're not artists.
No, she looks like her mouth
Like
is.
for you, Jim, to see
She has a mouth like Buddy Hackett.
Buddy Hackett mouth.
So beautiful.
I was trying. She looks so
Understand there's
beautiful.
Something you want to say to the doctors?
Thank you, doctor.
She wants to thank the doctor.
Yeah, well.
She still has a fucking lump under her neck.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I want Dr. Gomez and Dr. Marks to explain to us why the tracheostomy is still in place and what future surgeries she still needs to get to where we want her to be.
We gotta
several
transplant her
factors that you
head.
have to take in
Add a face to
consideration.
me.
One are the systemic problems that these kind of large tumor represent, for her own body. She's very short.
Buddy
because she got a
Hackett.
combination not just of
She's
these tumors,
drooling.
she got another
I know.
systemic problem that we're dealing with.
Oh,
As
just
you see
kill
her
it.
Face, it's a little bit crooked. It's still
kill
crooked
it.
because we're straightening that with a brace with
It's
the help of
crooked.
the orthopedic department at the
It's
University
crooked.
of Miami.
You know what, though? They
The
can
other
fix her
reason
mouth
why
and
we're
put her
gonna
tongue
keep
back in.
bringing
She'll be
to
okay. She's a lot better than she was there.
Further reconstruction that they're planning to do probably in 1 month.
Oh,
And
okay.
That surgery will be focused pretty much on
Fuckers?
Fuckers?
Did he just say fuckers?
On TV?
pretty much reduce some of the inflammation and the hanging tissue that she still got on the neck.
Oh, it's just
She
a
also-
We're going to buy her a turtleneck so she can hide it and tuck her neck into her shirt.
Almost her entire life with this huge weight, like you said,
Oh, my
40%
God.
of her body weight, and it was off to the side, so that made her back grow crooked.
Holy
scoliosis.
shit.
So we're correcting that with the back brace as well.
Well, that's why her head's all. She always looks like she's looking. She hears something off camera. Huh?
You keep believing in your God. What the hell did this kid do to deserve this shit?
Teeth, dentures,
Dr.
Dentures.
Gomez?
Well, I can answer
Marks?
that. We have her planned for reconstruction using recombinant human bone morphogenetic
Oh,
protein.
boy.
Nice
Yeah, of
ears.
course.
This means we're going to be rebuilding her lower jaw using genetic technology rather than having to harvest some of her own bone.
This
Since she
doctor
has
looks like
such a
fucking
small
Anton
skeleton,
LaVey, the fucking high
once the
priest of the
bone
Church of
develops
Satan.
and matures,
What a creep.
candidate for things such as
Fucking
implants
asshole.
and
Ghoul.
replacement teeth.
Wow, that's amazing.
Buy her a giant fucking chin strap and tell her to fucking hit the road.
And call it a day.
Exactly.
Get her a drool cup.
Here's a wading pool. You can tie this to a football helmet and play a few downs.
Therapy planned as well.
It's a brick,
She's
big
undergoing
chin.
speech therapy, and as you mentioned, the orthopedic group is
Speech
using a
therapy.
back brace and
Every time
slowly
she says
trying to straighten
Susquehanna
out
wrong, we
the
punch her in the
osteoporosis
teeth.
has.
That's our goal.
And she's grown a little over 2 inches in height since the surgery.
Loved her in a mad world. This Buddy Hackett. She looks. You're absolutely right.
And she does have a beautiful smile.
A
no, she
beautiful
doesn't.
smile.
No, I don't. My smile looks like a schmeckle.
Janelle Prieto from the International Kids Fund.
All right. Who
What are they
cares
gonna
about this
do?
There you
bitch?
go.
That's right. How about fucking
Good for you.
from Larry's fucking Halloween mask factory?
Yeah, good for
They
you.
all chipped in. She could be a different fucking person every day of the year. One day she's a princess with a thing sticking out from underneath the mask. The next day she's the Scream mask, which covers it perfectly. Next day she's the Incredible Asian Hulk.
Gonna end up in a Yankee cranky shop anyway.
Oh,
Probably not. They'll be saying no. No, she'll do legit massage.
Yeah, she's got some drool action going.
Of course she does. It's awful.
We fucking passed on this show, by the way. It's Dr. Phil's son, I guess.
Is it?
It's a spin-off called The Doctors. Yeah. it
Which
started
one's
last week.
Phil's son? That's his son?
No.
Can't
I'm looking at the picture in front of me, and that's not the guy, I
Oh,
don't think.
God.
All right.
Look at
well,
how hairy she is.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
That's awful. I know.
What are you going to do?
Kill it. Got a
She's all looking to the left, all Buddy
neck is all
Hacketed,
tilted.
hairy neck with a trach thing. Stop it.
It's a mess.
Someone's saying, hey, ladies, what's on The View today? That's Mike in North Carolina.
Well, look, Mike, this is a good one. We know we watched a little too much TV on this program, but there was a girl with a 13-pound tumor on her face.
Yeah.
With a huge,
Enough.
just stretching the mouth to a point.
Her
She
mouth
could,
is.
she
It
could
looked
do a
like
booyah.
it looked like a.
Booyah!
Her mouth
Oh, yeah.
looks like the asshole after you fucking like a weightlifter's asshole when it breaks.
Her mouth is
It's
a pink sock.
It's an ass cave.
It's really fucking disgusting.
Got an ass cave, and the tumor on her chin looks like a giant ball
Whoa,
bag.
What's wrong with this kid? All right, next. All right, let's move on to
I
other
bet it
things.
wouldn't smell good to kiss her.
Oh, Sam and E-Rock went to the Sexpo, the Exotica.
Oh, they did.
The Exotica with 3 X's.
Yes.
And they got
that's
some audio for
triple
everybody
the
today.
fun. Oh.
Sam, take your time. No problem.
Yeah, just come on in.
Yeah, just stroll in.
No, I wasn't strolling.
You were strolling.
You were strolling like a black dude
Saw you.
crossing the street.
I was trying not to.
Taking your time.
No, I'm ready.
What do you got? You're saying the audio's
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, we went and expecting kind of a big convention.
Yeah.
And it was like this little place in Edison, New Jersey, and they cut off half the convention hall.
Why?
I don't know, and like half the people hadn't even showed up.
Back in the day when Ann and I used to go to these things for the show, they were huge. They were at the Javits Center here in New York City, and the whole place, all 3 levels or whatever, how many levels they have in that joint.
Well, they probably had to readjust real quick because of the scumbag cocksucker Secaucus mayor. So they probably were just like, what do we do here?
So it was in a jacking booth somewhere? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, but that's probably right. It seemed like they just had to kind of...
It was lame?
Throw everything together at the last minute, yeah.
Used to be a really big convention.
Fucking faggot mayor.
The do-gooders are taking the sexpos away from us, too, now, I guess. We meet some boring chick in a cage who doesn't know much.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be great.
All right, so we're here at the porn convention with Elena. Elena, what's the haps?
I don't know what that means. I'm sorry, I don't even know what that means.
It's like, what's the haps?
Well, we're working here. We're dancers, actually. So right now we're dancing in cages, but there's not, the music's not really loud, so we're not really dancing. We're just taking pictures. And
Oh, how lame. They're ready to dance. They're in cages. They got their outfits on, and the music isn't loud enough?
No,
By the way, the cages kind of, when I saw them on the news, they kind of looked lame.
Yeah.
Weren't they kind of like just chains kind of hanging off the ceiling?
Well, they had 2...
Kind of like a Greg Brady, I'm living in the attic thing?
Yeah, they had those cages, and then they had another set of small cages with, real bars that weren't just chains, but you could kind of see where the bars screwed in, and you could just tip over at any minute.
All right.
the music's not really loud, so we're not really dancing. We're just taking pictures and stuff with people.
How upset are you guys that they moved this away from the school?
From the school?
Yeah, they said in Secaucus they had to move it away because there was a school there.
Oh, that's why they moved it. Actually, yeah, we were supposed to work in Secaucus, but we're not. We're from Philly, so we had no idea. They just told us to come here, so we did.
How do you feel when people say this is like degrading to women?
Well, see, it's not really degrading to us because we're just go-go dancers. We're not strippers. We're not,
Oh, there's a little hierarchy of degradation amongst them.
We're just dancers, and we're just locked in cages dancing. That's about it.
You're just a couple of chicks in cages.
Yeah, we're just dancing. We're not like naked. We're wearing more than we would wear at the beach. So
there's a hierarchy to whorism.
Yeah, to whore. Like,
So
these
is this the
girls
lowest level,
consider
you think?
themselves like, I'm not a fucking whore. I don't take my clothes off.
Right.
And then the ones that take their clothes off are like, I'm not a whore. I don't, fucking take it in the ass.
Right.
And the
And
ones
then
that
the
take it in the
ones-
ass, they just go, I'm a whore.
No, because you still got the fisting in the ass.
All right.
You got the ass fisting. And then what do those people say?
Make a fist and look at it.
I'm not
Jesus
a whore.
Christ.
I'm not a whore because I make them take rings off.
Yeah. They don't put in both hands and try to clap.
Tight, huh?
Boo. Yeah, that old joke. I know. No, clap. I can't. Tight, huh?
All right.
So silly.
Yes, it is.
We meet CC Stone.
It's funny as I hit between the first and second hole. That old joke.
Which one is that?
It's a golf joke.
Oh.
Yeah, you gotta. We meet CC Stone, who likes E-Rock.
Yeah.
The Stone likes the E-Rock, huh?
What?
Yes.
Look
I
at
think
that.
she was just a whore.
Oh, either that or she has stock in Haagen-Dazs.
What fucking drug was she on that she found E-Rock attractive? Oof. Wow. All right, here's CC Stone.
So we're here at the porn convention with CC Stone. CC Stone, what's the haps?
This.
What's this?
This is Exotica, New York.
What are you doing here today?
Showing off my ass.
I see. So what's your favorite part about Exotica, New York?
All the horny guys.
Really?
Yes.
This is my friend E-Rock. Does he look like the typical horny guy that you'd meet here at Exotica?
Fuck. I don't know. I can't tell.
In real life, outside of the convention, do you think you and E-Rock could possibly be some kind of a love connection?
Possibly, if we met in the right bathroom.
He looks like that type, kind of.
He's the bathroom stall kind of guy.
Yeah, that's what we always say.
That's what we
That's all
always
we
say. Yeah, we always say that.
You know, that's exactly what we say
Bathroom
about
stall
him.
E-Rock.
She wasn't feeling the E-Rock, huh?
I
That was
guess
sarcasm
not.
at its best from young Sam Roberts.
Yeah.
Sure. The next clip is a guy we used to love having on our show. And this should lead to a little tangent. There are guests on this show that we used to love having on the show, but they're no longer on the show because they spend their whole time plugging.
Gene
Plugging.
Simmons.
Gene Simmons is the
One of
king
them?
of that category.
I'm going to guess Ron Jeremy.
Ron Jeremy, yes. And I'm not trying
Oh,
to
it
trash
is.
him because I love
Right.
the guy. He used to do great radio for us. And then somewhere along the line, he came in, and it was all about plugging, where we couldn't get anything done with Ron Jeremy anymore. Remember?
Damn it.
I got Ron Jeremy vibrators. I got Ron Jeremy blow-up dolls. I got Ron Jeremy this and that. And then we would try to ask him other stuff, and it would always lead to, well, I'm going to be on The Surreal Life. I'm going to be doing this.
How about this?
That.
We have him come in, but every time he plugs, he has to do something horrific.
He'll do it.
I know that, but it'll be worth it. Like he has to slap Sandy Kane in the mouth with his dick.
I say
that'd be great. Have Sandy Kane in here, and he's got to do something to her.
We go old school.
I'll take it up the ass.
Let's go old school and have Ron Jeremy take some darts to the back for plugs.
I don't think he'd do that.
Yeah, you can't throw them at Ron. You got to get something with that dick. Got to get in the fuck.
Something with his cock. You know, that's what it's a livelihood.
And this is not a trashing of Ron Jeremy. It was kind of misfortunate that he decided to go down the I'm going to just plug. And we were like, ugh, enough, Ron, please. But you talked to Ron Jeremy.
Yeah.
Was he plugging?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
We're here at Exotica with Ron Jeremy. Ron Jeremy, what's the haps?
Well, we're here with a nice little crowd of people in New Jersey.
And can we get the bell for every time Ron Jeremy plugs?
There's a little plug. Oh,
I don't
have any of my stuff.
Why would you have your stuff in front of you? Why?
Where's my stuff?
Why would you?
There. Oh, I hear a jingly.
Jingly.
Of my bell. Somebody was shirking their responsibility, and I don't know who it is.
All right, here we go.
Well, technically.
Yes. I'll come out now and make sure everything... Steve's here now. Everything's okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thanks.
Here, a day late and a ding short.
We're here at Exotica with Ron Jeremy. Ron Jeremy, what's the haps?
Well, we're here with a nice little crowd of people in New Jersey. I'm promoting my book, which was a New York Times bestseller, Hardest Man in Showbiz. And signing autographs for a company called Hot Movies. How's that for plugging, huh? And this is Ron Jeremy. Okay.
That works. What would you credit your length in the business to?
Nice words. What do I credit the length of my career?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I credit that to the length of my career.
I see. I got you.
Because it's 2 inches from the floor. Come on, folks. Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, you are.
See the plugs, though? And I swear we didn't listen to this ahead of time.
He also
plugging fool.
Mentioned celebrities.
Oh,
any chance, like any celebrity name drop?
Yeah.
He's a name dropper?
Right.
Yeah, which is illustrated.
Do you
travel everywhere with the harmonica?
No, actually, I was introducing John Popper from Blues Traveler, which I said is a great name for a porn actor, John Popper. Yeah. And I introduced Blues Traveler with Collective Soul and Live. And I introduced him with the harmonica. He gave me this. I learned how to play it. I can play a lot of songs.
What's your favorite song on the harmonica so far?
I play the good Scots national anthem. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
No. Oh, sorry. I thought he was talking.
Hold on.
Why does he have a harmonica?
Why don't you is the question.
This is the Scottish national anthem?
I guess what Ron says.
I didn't know that.
I think he's trying to make a joke, maybe? Or is it
sounds like some
really...
rebel song.
Yeah.
Old Johnny Reb fighting to keep
so many people in wheelchairs here today.
They're giving a discount, I guess.
This place was also full of cripples.
Really?
Cripples? Yeah, I don't know why, but at least I'd say 35 to 40% of the attendees were in wheelchairs or on crutches or had tiny, tiny legs.
It wasn't that impressive, huh?
No, I mean, obviously the highlight of the porno convention would be Ron Jeremy playing his harmonica. Yes.
We'll quit while we're ahead of the porn convention audio.
Who's this guy? It looks like fucking Hitler with...
Yeah.
No, you know.
That sounds stinkeroo.
What is this? One of the wheelchair...
It looks a little dark.
This guy was missing the bottom part of his
picture.
legs.
He was missing... What?
This guy was missing the bottom part of his legs.
Lieutenant Dan!
I heard him telling his story. His feet are sewn right to where his knees are.
Stop it.
So,
why?
What? No way they can do that.
What
stole
is
his legs?
this? Why don't you guys talk to this guy?
Dude, they cannot possibly cut off the middle of someone's legs and put their feet back.
His feet were sewed...
just below, just below where his knees are.
Holy shit. Why didn't you talk to this guy?
Yeah, Eric, why didn't you?
Is that fucking possible? If you have something wrong with your legs and your feet are okay, they can cut your feet off
And then sew them back on after they take...
They sew them to a baseball cap and make everybody think you're a Flyers fan.
That's insane.
It really is, man.
Were you okay then, Jimmy?
I'm fat. What?
He coughed. I asked if he was okay. He said, I'm fat. He's a chick.
All right.
Oh, this is good.
Well, that's twisted. Did you talk to the guy with the feet attached to his knees?
No, E-Rock was on handicap duty with the camera, and we didn't get a chance.
Dude, I'm seeing these pictures, and there's no one around. Like, I remember there was one in Vegas.
Yep.
And you couldn't move. There was a line that, you know how big those casinos are. The line was actually easily a quarter mile indoors.
This was like half a warehouse.
I'm on the radio, buddy.
Who's on the phone? Who's that, Jimmy?
Who's that cunt?
That's Greg Rogel. He's a comedian. He hasn't.
Oh, well, you're a fucking asshole.
What time are you going?
Hang up. There's a fucking show going on, you dumb motherfucker.
I'll call you back.
What's wrong with you, shithead?
They just
the
scream at each other.
fucking show going on. It's fucking 9:30. It works till 11, douche.
Is it true you're a queer? Jimmy said you're a queer.
No, what that's about is
yes, Jimmy.
A sports agent. This guy Jeff was hanging at the Comedy Cellar, and I could go to Texas Stadium today for the game tonight.
Oh.
No. There's no game at Texas Stadium. The roof blew off.
What?
That's what I heard. I'm serious. Look it up. Unless I got my info
Look it
wrong.
up.
Oh, Texas Stadium. I can't go. There's no way to go to Texas. Oh, Dallas is probably okay.
Well.
Supposedly Texas Stadium lost their roof.
Half it's always been
Was
gone.
I hearing things yesterday on the way back into New York? I was listening to ESPN radio.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, Travis is in here.
I was hearing things.
No. You're kind of right. It was Houston Stadium where the Texans played. Jim's talking about the Cowboys game.
Texas Stadium, but they're playing the Eagles.
What is
tonight.
Houston's stadium called?
The Astrodome
Corporation.
I could go to that.
Wasn't that where the Bad News Bears went to play?
Why don't you fly and see the Cowboys Monday night?
I think I have something to do.
You could be on a flight, Dallas, Monday Night
Jamie
Football.
Foxx is there or some shit. This guy handles everybody. He handles T.O. He handles a lot of these guys.
Yeah. What are you spraying in your mouth, Jimmy?
A load.
All right.
I've been collecting cum.
Little.
I asked guys, just jack off of my hand. I'll squeeze it in here and spread it into my throat.
Cum spray.
No, it's Zicam Cough Max
Oh,
cough
boy.
spray.
All right, we're gonna take a quick break.
It's supposed to help.
And continue. The phones are lit. We'll see what you guys are all about. What did the stock market do? Nothing. The yen is down. What?
You're probably not going to get it.
Down what? The
before
pound is
the-
down what?
Crude oil is down to $96 a barrel.
Oh, the Dow is only down 300 points.
Now, what the fuck?
Language.
$96 a barrel
Nice.
for crude oil.
That
Why is it still $4 a gallon at the pumps?
Hurricane Ike.
When we were at $100 a gallon, gas was fucking like $2.80.
Yeah, but there was no hurricane.
The government
at that time.
has to fucking regulate it.
The government allows you that.
The government.
That's what happens.
The government.
They got their filthy.
Oh my
Their
goodness.
filthy hands involved in that. Why are they going to regulate
The
it?
Dow
They get
is
a little
down
piece of the action.
288.
Is that good?
Yeah, it's all right. We'll come back from that.
They're going to put those fucking buffers in place.
We're heading toward buffer zone.
Yeah.
What's buffers?
That's where they kind of limit some trading so it doesn't do what it did like way back in the fucking 20s.
Yeah.
They put these things in place, little safety things to stop trading on certain stocks.
All right, what do they do to this kid's muscle?
Uh-oh.
We're back to the doctors.
Oh, shit.
What do they do to this kid's muscle? Hold on a minute.
I wish they could do that.
This could be my new favorite show.
Stronger and they burn more calories. And the only way you can do that is to get moving. Does that make sense?
Yes.
He's just a normal
And the other
kid.
thing that we want to try to get you moving is one of your favorites. We have a Wii Fitness System game that we're going to have you play.
Boy!
See that?
Could I have a fucking Xbox, douche?
What we're going to
uncle when he
try,
has a
I
heart
have
on
a
and a fifth of
special
bourbon.
handy-dandy device here. And this is your heart rate. Right now, your heart rate is at about 108 beats per minute. And
Mine
some
is
of that's
higher.
probably because you're up here in front of a lot of people. You nervous at all?
No.
Mom, are you nervous at all?
I'm a nervous wreck.
Okay. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to watch you and Dr. Sears play Wii, and I'm going to measure your heart rate to prove to you that by exercising your heart rate goes up.
In the
and
book, she fucks Hooper.
Yeah?
Really? In the book, Brody's wife has an affair.
Oh, that's right. I read that
Mr.
like
Hooper.
fucking years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, boys, he's here for his noon feeding.
You want to maybe let that breathe a little? Nothing. When he opens the wine, and Brody just grabs it and pours a huge glass. You might want to let that breathe a little bit. Nothing.
Yeah, meanwhile, he's deep dicking his wife. The Wii fucking stinks.
Oh, look at them. They're Wii fitnessing. Are they doing the Wii test?
No, this is the Wii run. I did this
The kid could be jerking off.
I did this over the weekend.
The
That's
Wii
gotta be
run
Dr.
stinks.
Phil's
Why do they
son,
look
I
like
think.
little fucking lumps?
The Wii Fit is very enjoyable.
They should look like people. It sucks.
Wii, because it's fucking like anime. You look like little anime people.
Yeah, who wants to do that?
No one. You want to fucking play Call of Duty 4 or Counter-Strike or something.
Make it look like people.
Kill. You want a gun. You want to shoot people.
I did this very thing. I think we should have a Wii Fit day on the Opie and Anthony show.
They should combine it so that people can be Wii Fit and they're running around, but then you have a gun and you could shoot them.
Yeah.
And I don't mean their characters. I mean in real life, you go in their house and shoot them.
Let's do Wii Fit day.
I'd rather fucking do Wii shit day, and we each pick a mouth to shit in.
That'd be great if we shit.
Yeah, everyone gets their mouth shit in day.
How about
You shit on your Wiimote and it can weigh how much shit comes out.
How about a Wii Fit day?
How about not?
What are you guys, scared?
No, I'm
scared.
Look at little Erock. Little kid's got a big giant.
He has a little fat kid.
Yeah, he has giant teeth, too. They don't get him a file for his fucking choppers. I hate this fucking lead doctor.
I think that's Dr. Phil's son, right?
Is it?
That must
I have
be.
no idea.
No, he has his hair.
He looks like he's got zero credibility, so.
Yeah. And he has his hair, though.
Be him.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. So no to Wii Fit day? It could be fun. You do some of these Wii Fit things.
What? I guess we could.
The ski jump's kind of fun to do.
How do you do a ski jump?
The tightrope thing's kind of fun to do.
How the hell you do that?
The, what else did I
What?
do? Oh, the trying to, like, try to do a header with the soccer balls as they're coming at you is pretty fun.
What color's the ball? Is it green and glowing? Little people on it, dancing animals?
Yeah, because it's not realistic at all.
It's a real soccer ball, but every once in a while they throw a shoe or something at you. You got to duck from the shoe.
Really?
What, I'm the only one that does Wii Fit?
Yeah.
Severed leg, and you see Heather Mills crying.
Severed leg every once in a while.
Love to have
sure.
that. A
You
wig.
do Wii Fit in the house?
We just got it. It's kind of fun, to be honest with you.
We just got it, so Lindsay doesn't just sit there and laugh at you.
No, she honestly,
I would.
It'd be very easy just to throw myself under the bus, but she really wanted it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I was good with my Tiger Woods, but then I tried it over the weekend. It's kind of silly fun. It's good.
Yeah.
I'm telling
I'd like
you.
to see that. Set up a little video camera. Bring it in.
No, let's do it. I'll do it right in here. Get Wii Fit. We'll have Wii Fit day. We'll do teams and everything.
Teams?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't want to hold a joystick.
Pick
You don't have to. Well, I guess you do.
Danny.
You can put the
You're on my
joystick in
team.
your pocket for some of the stuff.
and Sam.
Winning team.
No.
I'll be on the winning
E-Rock
team.
and Steve.
I never win any physical related things on this show.
You don't.
Ever.
Let's do the fight with a bottle.
All right, that I will not do the hula hoop though.
You want to do the hula? Look at this fucking
And I won't
douche.
even. That's the one thing I don't do at home either.
Why? That would actually be funny to watch.
I'm not doing hula hoop.
I'll take care of the hula hoop.
That'd be the one funny thing to
Nope.
watch a guy do.
Nope.
Can this guy have a smaller living room?
We're looking
Holy
at-
shit! What a shithole this guy lives in.
We're looking at someone doing the Wii Fit hula hoop thing. I will not do that.
Why?
Oh,
I will not do that.
this guy's apartment stinks.
Jesus. Well, he has a nice little fucking entertainment center, though. Big shitty black
Yeah.
fucking drawers and a nice
And he's
TV
got
on
like
the
his
wall.
TV's up on the wall, and he's still sitting 3 feet away from it because the couch is against the wall on the other side. What am I babbling about?
I don't know.
Shut up.
Just because he can't land a fucking 727 in his living room. Jesus, he doesn't have fucking big tiki things burning and a fucking...
When I was poor, I could afford a bigger place than that, though. Yeah, tiki torches.
All right,
1,000 tiki torches in my backyard. I can't get enough tiki torches.
Exactly, you live for them.
Dude, I need fire all over the place. I need my neighbors to think my house is on fire. That's how many tiki torches I have.
It's like the fucking... Your backyard looks like Gilligan's Island.
And they're...
And they're all oil filled. They're not like the wax drop in like candle ones.
Right.
And Danny drunkenly stumbled into one the other night, and it fell over. And I swear I thought it was going to go off like napalm. But
you do remember you told that story already?
Yeah, I did.
Okay,
I did.
It scared the shit out of me. I'm like, holy
No,
crap,
new listeners.
All right, new listeners.
I figured, and it kind of tied in.
My heart stopped. I'm like, oh my God.
No.
But it would have been funny. He's making fun of Danny being drunk. He's telling the same story.
Like, yeah, he was so drunk he probably doesn't even remember.
That's what I was getting at. I'm like,
But it would have been funny if I drunkenly did it again.
Yeah.
Which I kind of almost did.
Almost did.
Yeah.
And then the other day, I guess one of the big floaty things flew out of the pool because of the wind and hit one of the tiki torches and knocked it over.
Nice.
Keith decided to get these big blow-up floaty things that have 2 water guns on either armrest that go into the pool, so you never have to fill it. And you sit in there and you hit each other with the water guns.
I will make you a deal. I will bring in We Fit video myself. If you bring in bring in video of you playing with the little floaty
floaty water gun fight.
Yeah. Then we got a deal, my friend.
Fill the water guns up with piss, piss, shit, and cum.
Here's the bit.
Yeah.
Because you guys weren't feeling We Fit Day, and I understand that. Here's the bit.
I'm feeling it, but not for me. I'm feeling it for a couple of other people in this studio, though.
Here's the bit. Roland, Big A, E-Rock in an all-out We Fit.
That I like.
And Steve.
And Steve?
Yeah.
And I'm talking like major betting, the whole thing. What do you say?
For it.
Roland, Big A, and E-Rock for We Fit Day. When are we doing We Fit Day, Danny? Can we do it like tomorrow?
Those damn We Fit things are really hard to find, though. We have a We in the back, but we just need the actual We Fit.
Well, maybe someone could bring in their We Fit. Well, I don't want to bring mine in.
Of course not. Get
Because Big A's going
destroyed.
to break it. Because you're not supposed to jump on the damn thing. And you know he's going to jump. Because like the ski jump, you kind of like have to do a jumping motion, but you got to stay on the board.
Wait, there's a thing you can stand on?
Yeah, that's the whole thing with We Fit.
A fucking scale. It's
like
a video
scale.
game you play on a scale.
It's true.
It's shit.
It's true because it weighs you.
It weighs you, yeah, so
and
it
then
knows when you're...
You've set a goal, like I want to lose a certain amount of pounds by a certain date, and every time you get on it, it makes funny, like, oh, I noticed you didn't have time for We Fit yesterday. Just beat you up. But I'm saying Big A, Roland, E-Rock, We Fit Day is a hit. But we need someone to bring in their We Fit, someone that doesn't mind having a broken We Fit by the end of the day, because there's no fucking way it's not going to be
he's
broken.
going to fuck it up.
Yeah.
Why don't we just buy one?
Because you know why
We can, but they're hard.
They're hard to find. Like, they're really, really hard to
Why?
find. They sell
Why?
out. They sell out.
Why, though, do they sell out?
They're the
Who fucking wants this?
Why?
I'm on Circuit City right now. It says, due to the high demand, we are limiting the purchase of
Holy
We Fits
shit.
to one per customer.
How about this?
Dude, I'm telling you, these things are flying off the shelves.
Apparently. Watch yourself in the stores.
Yes, duck a lot. You got to do a lot
Just
of
duck.
ducking.
How about this? We use the influence of the radio show to get one from a store. We'll pay for it.
Influence?
We have a lot of
You
influence.
keep all your Wii Fits in your pockets like so many nickels and dimes.
If you think a Wii Fit is just a pocket change, salute.
You must let us wet our armpits.
All right, we got to get a We Fit
Makes
immediately.
no difference to me how a man loses.
We'll send somebody down to the...
You feel free to jump right in next. No rush.
Sorry.
No.
I
that's all
started
right.
and then he like totally destroyed you.
That was,
No,
yeah,
it was okay.
I'm really sorry.
Jesus. It's trot upon him, Danny.
I'm sorry, Jimmy.
It's all right.
Smud from Whackbag. Opie, chicks should be doing We Fit. Girls, Opie, girls. So how about Roland, E-Rock, and Big A get like a really hot, like bra and panty chick on their side? One bra and panty chick.
Bra and panty chick. All right, now
Teaming
it's
up.
sounding better.
Sandy
Teaming up
Kane.
with Big A.
Oh, okay, it just went to shit again.
That's the fucking.
I don't know what I'm doing. Put in my pussy. I can put in my hemorrhoid.
All right. No, now, no more hot girls. 3 girls in bra and panties that you wouldn't want to see in bra and panties, like Stalker Patty, Sandy Kane. We need a third. We need a third mess.
Some fat pig.
And some fat pig.
All right. Who could be the fat pig?
And now we're talking a We Fit event, my friends. Now we're talking.
Let's put Steve in a bra
I'll
and
tell you right
panties.
now, and we got three main guys on the show. We each take a guy we want to root for. The yelling and screaming as your lump of shit isn't producing well enough for you.
We'll call them Tumor 1, Tumor 2, and Tumor 3. They're teams.
Danny, when can we do this?
Teams.
Thursday?
Hopefully ASAP. I'm going to send somebody out to the Nintendo store right now, see if we can't get one.
Yeah, let's get a Wii.
Where's the Nintendo store?
Let's get a Wii
Stand
Fit.
by Rockefeller Center.
We get a Wii Fit. We get Big A, E-Rock, Roland, Sandy Kane, Starker Patty, and one more piece of shit female.
We need let's put a call out.
Piece of shit. And game on. Yeah, if you want to be the third piece of shit female, please give us a call right now at what? I never give out the number. 866-969-1969, something like that. All right?
If you're a fat twat and would like to be embarrassed by fucking a bunch of nobodies, show up here.
Time out.
That'll work.
Game over.
What happened?
According to Derek in Indiana, Wii Fit has a 300-pound limit.
Well, overdo it.
That means Big A, Roland, and E-Rock cannot do it.
Oh,
fuck.
E-Rock.
Wow.
E-Rock, how much you weigh? Yeah, come in here so we can make fun of you.
And what?
Get ill-fitting shirt.
There he is.
E-Rock, I'm
E-Rock.
sorry, but you can't do Wii Fit because there's a weight limit.
I'm
300
well
pounds.
under that limit.
You are.
Yes.
Wow, you don't carry your weight well at all. Right?
You're a bearded baby. You're like a razor stubbled infant.
Yeah.
But bigger.
When are you going to get rid of the small hats?
This is the only hat I have that fits.
You look like a bobblehead. He's got bobblehead head.
Small.
Right.
My head's too big. The hats don't usually fit, so this is the only one.
So, you know what? Do you notice that I don't wear many hats because I got the big noggin too? So guess what? I go, well, I guess hats aren't in my life.
I don't give up.
You continue to wear the tiny little hats on that massive fucking blubber head of yours.
All right, that's a bit much.
And where did you go when we started talking about blubber? You were nowhere to be
Oh
seen.
my God! Did you?
No.
He heard the first utterance of blubber and ran out of the fucking room.
He ran like the building was on fire.
Yeah.
He didn't want any part of the blubber
I know where this
segment.
is going.
Oh, fuck, blubber segment, I'm going. Where did you go, really?
In the office.
Yeah.
Lock the door. He has a fucking, like a panic room for when words are uttered on the show. He just locks himself in.
It's called the kitchen. No, just kidding.
Will you do Wii Fit, E-Rock?
Yeah, I'll do it.
All right. And you said you're well under 300?
I'm well under 300 pounds.
How well?
How well is that?
I'd say
2-3 pounds.
90, 85, under 300.
So you're about 210?
Yeah, somewhere in there. 210, 215.
85, 90.
90, 85.
I know, but you said the sure sign of idiocy is saying the higher number first. I don't know, 20, 18, what?
All right, let's, is Roland under 300?
I don't know.
On Jupiter.
Get Roland on the phone.
I don't think Roland's 300.
No?
To be honest with you, no.
No, I don't.
All right,
think
get on the scale, E-Rock. It's right to your right.
There you go.
We want to see if you could be part of the Wii Fit Day.
Right.
Wii Fit Day starring E-Rock.
Awful.
And two more
Big, long,
slobs.
swollen shoes.
What do you got?
215.
Fucking see, you knew we had a scale nearby, you motherfucker. Now we can't make fun of you.
215.
Yeah, well, we can.
What did you get down to when you were trying the Ian thing?
195.
It's about 20 pounds?
Yeah.
Nice. All right, let's say hi to Mia in Canada. Mia. Mia.
Hi.
Hi, Mia.
Jesus.
What do you want?
You know what? I've never listened to the show before. I borrowed my husband's truck today, and I usually give him a hard time for listening to stuff like this, but I haven't stopped laughing since I got in it.
Oh, shit. Laugh at that, you Canadian fuck.
What's wrong with us? Let me rephrase that. What's wrong with you?
What?
Mia, welcome aboard.
Yeah, whatever.
Why don't you send a
Whatever.
picture? And if you're hot, I'll fuck you.
There you go. There you go. All right, E-Rock's in. He made the weight limit. Who else we got?
Well, Big A, we know Sandy
I
Kane
think
is
Steve
fine.
is under 3.
I think let's get him in
Wait,
here.
what's Big A up to, really?
He's got to be.
He's got, yeah.
Big A, where is Big A today? Could he call in or do something?
Yeah, where is he?
We might have to wait Steve in case we need a replacement for Big A.
Hey, Steve.
Steve.
Why would he know? Steve, how heavy are you?
About Right now at 280.
You jump on a scale when we're doing We Fit thing? We want to make sure everybody's under 300.
Sure.
You have to be under 300 to the right.
It's amazing. Only 300.
I don't know if I want
change.
Steve's not. I don't know.
Yes, what?
Thank you. Exactly. Thank you.
Did E-Rock say that?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
He'd be correct.
It's a good one.
All right, Steve, the scale's right there. Just check.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, let's. So you're under. The scale's over
Jesus,
there.
wrong way.
Please be over 3.
Oh my God.
What?
Yeah, he is.
Didn't you just say you're 280?
Wow.
How much are you?
About 27 pounds off. Yeah.
You were 27 pounds off?
Oof.
You're 307?
Yeah.
That's Hulk Hogan's weight.
Wow.
All right.
Good for me. I'm out.
Steve can't do weight.
How were you off by 30 pounds?
The dial isn't spinning back the other way.
Apparently not.
The pendulum is spinning.
Pendulum.
All right.
Now,
Wow.
Stop drinking.
Wait, are you bigger?
Get back on that.
Big A's bigger than you, though.
Yeah. He's way
Big
bigger
A's
than
going to
me.
be out. God damn it. He's the big. He would be perfect for this.
You might just have to start doing coke.
No, I can't do that. The idea is to actually stop, the addictive behavior, which apparently I keep addicted.
You switch it to
addiction
food.
jumping. Yeah, I keep
jumping
back and forth between addictions.
Yeah.
So now I got to stop this one now.
Addictions without the or the shun. Thank you, Danny.
All right, guys, we got to.
Why?
Because I wanted him to be addicted to dick. Sometimes the road you take. Ooh,
It's true.
Well, who are we going to get for the We Fit Day? Roland's in, E-Rock's in. We need a third mess.
Sandy Kane.
Or do we just do
Sandy, she's a disaster.
Sandy Kane. Yeah, but
Sandy Kane would be good.
She'd be great.
Yeah.
She's a mess.
Yeah.
Tippy Tom.
Oh, fuck.
Tippy Tom
Yes.
We Fit
Yeah.
Day. All right.
I'll do the We Fit.
Let me do the whole.
Oh, my God. That would end up on YouTube. Him doing one of those fucking stupid things, all homeless, stinky.
He would be the best.
Yeah, he would be wonderful.
All right, let's get Tippy Tom.
He starts singing into it.
We got to get this done.
If you want my body, if you think I'm sick.
We got to get him before they take his legs.
No, he's doing
it's hard to do We Fit without legs.
Yeah.
He's doing much better from what I heard. I heard that he actually brought himself to the hospital because he knew his legs were that bad.
It's called We Sit when it's no legs. You just...
All right, Danny, you're responsible for We Fit Day.
Wow.
I want to try to do it this week.
I will do my best to make sure that happens.
I want it this week, We Fit Day. All right?
Jeez, if it was like fucking, I don't know,
What?
something for an Xbox or I
Yeah.
don't know, this Wii. Everyone's out of control with their fucking Wii, with the goddamn Wii.
Trust me, this is going to be a home run for the radio show. Trust me on this.
Oh no, I believe it.
Especially when they have to do the yoga poses.
I'm amazed that it takes so long to get a fucking Wii.
Well, the Wii we have. It's
I
just
mean the
actual-
Wii.
The thing, the Wii Fit.
Why don't we do Wii for a Wii? No, I guess
Oh,
not.
wait.
Yeah.
Wait till they have to do yoga poses.
That always sounds good.
Big sloppy E-Rock trying to do yoga poses.
E-Rock comment?
That's just not
Big.
necessary.
Oh, I thought you laughed.
Why?
Yeah.
It's not big sloppy.
It's always a little harder to do it to your face. I'm sorry. I thought you were in the other room.
Yes.
I don't like your softball coach shirt.
Now as we
Bothering
slip
me.
into the eating hippo. No. Would have been a yoga pose.
How scared
Oh, okay.
I could leave any time.
I didn't get that. That's pretty funny. The eating hippo.
It was a little too clever for this.
Downward
Yeah.
dummy.
You got to dumb it down a little bit. It was a little too clever.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
E-Rock, how scared did you get when we started talking about blubber? I just need to know.
Not really. I was like, you know what? This is not the time to walk into the studio. So I stay in the back.
Yeah, why would you help the show?
Yeah, E-Rock. Why would you?
Why would you?
Why would you care?
All right. We're going to take a break.
Comment.
None. Thank you.
I think I'm 147. What?
He was 30 pounds off.
Jesus. You were that
No,
girl.
now we were going to call him on
You were
it.
two of that girl's tumors off. How'd that happen?
Oh, God.
Quick break. And
I'm 6'5". I'm 5'8". I mean. Jesus, if you were up by 30 pounds.
You have the ability, Steve.
Oh, I know
We've
I do.
seen it before.
Yes.
And I will.
You must. I bet you're under some undue stress.
Yeah, a little.
Yeah.
Good thing you're not a drug dealer. I've got 4 ounces for you. That's 2 flex.
It's a joint. Yeah.
Boy, would you be in trouble. What are you going to do to me, officer? I've only got 1/8 of marijuana. It's a 6-pound block.
You got an elbow, sir. A little longer. You know.
Yeah.
Why don't we take a break? Sam, thanks for the shitty
man.
audio from the sex ball.
Yes.
Yeah. Iraq, thanks for your blubbery. And Steve, thanks for your lying. We'll continue in just a bit. Coming up, I was reminded that we never did the spaz bit. So today we're doing the spaz bit.
Which one's that?
We're going to do it in a little bit here, actually. The one where Spaz, our intern at the time, got his first credit card even though he wasn't making any money.
Right.
And he maxed out that sucker.
Right.
Stayed at one of the most exclusive hotels in all of New York City. Had a butler. And bought all sorts of stuff.
My butler to iron my heavy metal shirts.
It's a great way to introduce some of the newer listeners to this whack job that was Spaz, who is dead to us, by the way. No confusion there. Want to say hi to Boathead Jim. Boathead!
Hey, how are you, pretty Anthony?
What's up, man?
Not too much. I'm sorry I haven't called. You know what happened the last time I
right.
We
called?
forgot you were alive.
Wow, I forgot about you.
Let me explain. Boathead Jim was a quite normal man until he got hit in the head with, yes, you guessed it, a boat.
With a boat.
And because God has a sense of humor, he decided to let you live.
Let him live. And he got all kinds of weird amnesia and fucking brain damage. Got a big dent in your head, right?
Sorta.
Yeah. A big
But I met
logo that says C-Ray on the side of your head.
Hey, I met
Merc
a
Cruiser.
fan.
Oh, you just keep going. No problem.
No,
Chris Craft.
Right.
C-Ray. Evinrude. Mercury.
Mercury.
What were you saying, Jim? You met who?
I met a fan. Somebody. I was at a.
Does a fan remind you of a boat propeller? Oh, you meant a fan. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I misunderstood.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
when
I'm a fan of the show.
We got it.
Yeah.
Right, it was a joke, ass.
Jim, yeah, because of your injuries, when you say you've met a fan, we're thinking maybe you jumped up and down your room and might have,
We were making light of your destroyed life.
Yes, all right. Of course. To make our candles, shine a little brighter. right,
Exactly,
Jimmy?
sir.
Yeah. So you met a fan of the radio show.
Yes.
And?
And they said that I don't look as hideous as they thought.
All right. You don't look as hideous as they thought.
The problem with that sentence is as.
As they thought. See, they might have thought.
As hideous as they thought. There's 2 as's in there. That's never good.
That's what somebody, I'm sure John Merrick got the same thing.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, you're not as fat as I heard. Elephant.
Yeah, elephant, man. I expected, a tail.
I'll tell you one thing, though. That boat thing, it did give you one gift, and that is the ability to differentiate between a horrible and good story to tell.
Yeah.
Oof.
Hey, Fast Freddy and others are asking, did you finally get laid? Because we were trying to get you laid.
Aw,
and,
you poor bastard.
it was, I don't know. The lawyer said you can't do that. It's prostitution. And we're like, yeah, it might be. But the guy, he got hit by a boat.
Well, this is how dumb we are. Why are we not utilizing
You could
the
just
Bunny
stop
Ranch?
talking.
Dennis would take care of this kid.
This kid?
Yeah, I mean, what's wrong with us?
I thought that was it. This is how dumb we are. And then just present the show.
Right.
But I mean,
Okay.
he would probably take
Well,
good care of this
explaining
guy.
it didn't work either.
I didn't even know what you're talking about.
I don't care. Thank you.
right.
Thank you. I just wanted some acknowledgement.
Yes,
Booze or
some acknowledgement that you actually talked.
yays or booze.
After that joke is told, you should stand behind a cement wall and have to watch it through fucking darkened sunglasses. Jesus.
Boathead Jim.
When you hear the joke, duck down in the trench.
Boathead Jim,
Stop it.
did you get close to getting laid?
Nope.
Not even a nibble.
Not even a nibble.
Damn, bro. Can we send a hooker to your house?
No, you didn't.
No, I said, can we?
Oh, you can, yeah, I guess. I don't care.
We won't be able to get on the air that way. We should do it. We can get on the air.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
He comes in, and a couple girls come in, and something happens.
Booby Man's doing his Tippy Tom impression. It's got to be acknowledged, even though we're moving on.
Uh-huh.
You told me I could jerk off on the way. On the way. On stage.
That was great.
So, Boathead, what do we got today?
I'm in Dallas, Texas. I'm going to the Eagles in Dallas Monday Night Football.
Oh, who wants to start with the Dallas, Texas Boathead Chimpin?
Oof.
Wait, now, I may be going there.
You might go now, Jimmy.
I don't know. How was your flight? I'm worried about flights going into Texas. Is it all going to be
fine.
What time did you fly in? Yesterday?
We flew in Saturday morning, and there was nothing, no hurricane or nothing.
No, I know that, but were there flight delays? No?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
What are you doing in Dallas, Texas?
I'm going to the Monday Night Football game.
How'd you get that done?
I paid for it with my money. I don't know.
All right. Got some cash?
But you really can't see that well.
I know that. I'm just going for
that's right.
entertainment.
When a boat hits you in the head, it takes your vision away a little bit, right?
Yeah, you could, well.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
I might go to that game.
Who are you going with?
Who are you going with?
Boathead
me?
Jim? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, sir.
I'm going with people who sit behind us at the Eagles game. I have an Eagles season ticket.
Nice. I forgot you were an Eagles fan.
It's funny. He's got a big robot on his head.
Oh.
Boo. Big robot. Retired. Hour sleep. Well worth it, though.
Big robot on his head?
Wait, why are you
meant to say
tired?
robot.
You said it was well worth it.
Just kidding. I'm just sleepy.
Oh, I thought you might have had an update for us. All right, Boathead, what else could we do with you? I mean, come on. You're ready to enjoy some football.
The last time I talked to you, do you remember when that was?
No.
You guys were going to have a poker tournament.
Right.
That got canceled.
Right.
Yeah, because, some homeless guy decided to do some crazy stuff for us.
Exactly.
And then the casino didn't want to be associated with us.
Right. While they're sticking their dicks in people's mouths for their college tuition for their kids.
Yeah.
Fucking casinos.
So, the reason I haven't called you guys since I got in trouble for that day.
What kind of trouble did you get into, adult?
Well, I called you from work, and somebody had an XM radio and was listening, and they told my boss.
Yeah, what fucking assholes?
What the fuck? You should be able to do whatever the fuck you want at work.
They probably just
should let you jerk off if you want to.
He probably does. That's why they want him fired. Well, he does.
Hey, what do you do at work?
I crush boxes.
Exactly.
You crush boxes.
He steps on pussies.
What?
Cardboard box.
I know.
We know.
Yeah.
Literal Jim.
The boat took away the funny part of your brain too.
It just removes all
I'm
sense.
sorry.
It just removes all sense of irony.
Yeah.
Dude, I just got screwed last night, though.
All right.
No, I'm not that kind of screwed.
Damn it.
What do you mean?
I called an escort service.
Oh.
And they brought you a little car?
And the girl came out, and I paid her $250, and she didn't do anything to me.
What the fuck is that about?
What'd she do?
She said she couldn't because she's a prostitute. After she took my money, she said that she'd be a prostitute, so she can't.
Well, then what was she?
You fell for that shit. What, she danced for you like that?
Yeah, she did a dance.
Oh, you dummy.
You fell for that fucking rotten escort. Don't call those scumbag agencies.
Call her back and make sure you have a shovel handy when she shows up.
That would make me a prostitute. She's a fucking hooker. She would have fucked you for a lot more money.
Yeah.
Keith Robinson had an incident like that.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, there was a problem.
I bet.
And there was one problem where the girl was too ugly, so Keith is like, bitch, beat it. And then she called her pimp who was outside, and I think Keith got on the phone with him. He's like, you're going to give her the money. He's like, I ain't giving this bitch shit.
What did they do?
Nothing. They left. Because they understood they had a psychopath in the room.
A problem was in the room, right. Problem's on the other end of the phone.
Exactly.
Just cut your losses and leave.
Yeah, he's a fucking real problem.
Boathead Jim.
Yes.
Are you going to try the escort service again or anything? Or
No.
maybe another service?
Dude, we can...
No, I'm done with them.
Oh,
you know what? All you have to do is get up to New York and we'll take care of you.
Yeah.
Up to New York?
Yeah.
I could do that.
Yeah, there's airplanes and stuff.
There's things we could do for people like you. Things. What do you say?
I'd like to see the boathead.
Yeah, we want to see what a
See
boathead
what that
looks
looks like. The prop didn't hit you, right? It was the front.
It was a bow, correct?
Yeah.
Point.
The bow. He's using nice terminology.
My God.
Whammo.
Whammo right
One
to
minute
the
you're
head.
just sitting there. Hey, I'm on a boat. This is fun. Boof.
Kablooey.
Boat in the
Minute,
head.
I don't even remember being on the boat.
Did you have a headache?
Yeah,
I did.
Did they give you Tylenol?
I used to, but I don't get them anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been 19 years.
19 years already.
Well, we could get you. It's looking like we could get you to the Bunny Ranch out there in Vegas.
That's
or
good.
outside Vegas.
You into fucking rabbits?
Yeah.
No, but I wouldn't mind going.
It's not a real Bunny Ranch.
I know. I seen it on HBO.
Oh, you did?
We should get this guy to hang out with Wheelchair Fred. You guys could be a buddy team.
Oh.
Yes, put him in a plummeting elevator.
All right, Boathead. So you're in Dallas for the Monday night game. What are you feeling, man? Do the Eagles?
I'm thinking the Eagles are going to win.
Do they have a good team this year? I really don't know.
I they got problems.
Cowboys have a good team, right, Jimmy?
Yes, I haven't watched.
Stupid Michael Strahan saying they should win it all, the Cowboys. That effing traitor. All right, what's the score going to be tonight, Boathead? Maybe you're good at football scores and we got a new business for you, but you got to hit this one, or no one's going to take your predictions.
I think it's going to be a low-scoring game because the two defenses are tough.
All right, give me a score.
I'm thinking 10 to 17.
And once again, lower number
17, 10, yeah, whatever.
I say, no one takes me seriously, but I say Dallas is going to win 79-4.
Nice. All right.
No.
2 safeties the Eagles will get.
Well, Boathead Jim said
I'm going to take the over.
Silly. Yeah, people saying you sound like the my name is William and I like to wear fingernail polish.
Yes, he does.
Can you say that?
My name is Boathead Jim, and I have a boat on my head.
Oh, it's Boathead. I thought it was Boathead.
I thought it was Boa Fed. Boa Fed.
All right, Boathead, enjoy Dallas.
Yep.
Why? Do you have to go to the doctor, Jimmy?
That motherfucker's going to look up my schnoz.
See where you're at?
Yeah.
All right, and how are we going to do the Bunny Ranch? We got your info there, Boathead Jim?
I'm up for the Bunny Ranch.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, put him on hold.
All right, we're going to get some info, some digits, and we're going to try to take care of Boathead Jim out there in Nevada.
I'm so an hour and a half asleep. I tried.
No, you didn't.
I did.
No, you didn't.
I mean, I'm not crying, believe me. One of the best nights of my life, but I'm just fucking...
So there is a story.
I'm tired.
He's just a sleepy boy.
Is there enough sleep?
Sleepy boy.
Try to read his face. Best night of your life?
I'm just trying to read his face.
Read my face. Fucking load on it. Bad night.
All right.
Oh, I'm looking at this commercial for fish sticks, and they spelled out "Hi, Mom" in the fish sticks.
Aw.
Well, that's nice.
kind of cool.
Is that what Sam does? It's little fish sticks as children's food.
You can write words in fish sticks.
Fish sticks.
I would love to have some fish sticks.
Fish sticks. Why is there a soap opera on like 5 TVs?
Well, because we're watching the doctor show with the tumor, and they followed up with a soap opera.
Soap opera.
Yeah.
There's a guy in the soap opera. He's got like the 5 o'clock shot. He's such a hacky soap opera looking guy.
Yeah. They all. It was the guy with the longish hair.
Yeah, he's just a douchebag.
Yeah. It's unrealistic looking people in unrealistic situations.
I hope his role in the soap opera is like he becomes one of the stars, and then like for no reason they just have acid get thrown in his face, and his throat is cut, and he's fucking blooded.
Dude, that isn't even out of the realm of possibility with some of those shows.
Oh no.
Oh my God, did you hear? And then he'll have acid on his face and be all burnt up and disfigured, but then like a year later,
He'll be okay.
Yeah.
I know, it's so weird. Like, there was one where Marlene was possessed by the devil.
I remember that one. It was on Days of Our Lives.
No, it wasn't. It was on Guiding Twat, where one cunt to live.
God damn.
These are the pink socks of our lives. McDonald Carey, I'm glad he's dead. Possessed by the devil. It's like, Jesus.
Okay, this is
Stuntbrain's wife writes for a soap opera.
Yeah,
She's
I know.
head writer. That'd be very interesting to talk to him about how they work, their storylines and all that stuff.
Yeah, he'll do that for us.
It's, really silly. It's just silly soap opera storylines.
I have the looks for a soap, but I just never had the desire to do it.
Yeah.
People are.
I heard the same thing. Yeah.
People could tell that we're kind of staggering.
What?
So
Stagger? I'm so tired, man.
So they're helping us out. Travis, New Hampshire, what do you got?
Nothing.
Hey, what's up, fellas? I need to talk to Tank Hankerus. I need some advice.
Oh, where is he? Let's get him in here.
Hankerus.
Where is he? Where's Tank Hankerus?
Oh, Christ.
Get shit-faced in here.
There he is.
Here's Tank.
Welcome aboard, Tank.
How are you, Tank?
Look at the beginning of this soap opera. Look, they're showing the pictures of all the people.
Guiding light.
They're all smiling.
I hope the guiding light turns to be an oncoming train. Just kills them or severs their limbs, their hands, so they can't comb their hair. My hair's messy.
Travis, we got Tank in the studio.
Finally. Tank, listen, last time we spoke, I put a fence around my neighbor, and that didn't work out too well. But here's a different situation. There's this girl that I see every day at Starbucks. Very beautiful. So nice chest, blonde hair, great body, and I know I'm going too far with this, but what do I need to do to get her to like me, Tank? What would you do?
She's out of your league. Sound like a faggot. Deal with it.
Nope, definitely wrong about that.
Why isn't his mic working?
Oh, because you used the wrong one.
Oh, yeah, use that
boy.
one. All right.
Come on, Tank.
What's your answer, Tank?
She's out of his league. Sounds like a faggot. He needs to move on.
We heard it. Did it better the first time.
He needs real advice, Tank.
Real advice.
He really likes this girl.
Come on.
How does he get this girl to like him?
Sounds like a dork. He's not going to get her.
Sounds.
What do you look like?
I look like Spencer from the Hills.
This bit sucks.
Yeah.
Come on, Tank. Give him some advice.
Come on, Tank. I love the awfulness of this bit.
It's horrid.
No improv skills.
No improv skills.
Go ahead, Tank. Give him some real advice, Tank.
There's no way he's going to land a girl like her. He says he looks like Spencer from the Hills, so he's a preppy faggot. He's not going to get a hot-looking chick. You have no money.
Okay,
move on.
Very good. That's a good improv.
What's wrong with E-Rock that he can only do the Tank voice for the first 10 seconds and then he goes into E-Rock voice?
How about this? How about Tank? For the 5th time, I will say it. Give him. Look at that guy. You know what that guy's hair needs?
Bob. Wait, can we get Bob back?
Why don't you keep talking in the middle of Jimmy trying to save this segment?
That's all right, sir. Tank, why don't you tell him how to get the girl? We get it. He's not good looking. We know.
Yeah. Go ahead. He
Go.
really needs to get the girl, though.
Give us some advice.
There's no way he's going to get the girl.
All right, good. For the 8th time, I'll
happened
say
to
it.
Tank Hankerus.
Yeah.
Oh, this has turned into the worst bit ever.
So stop calling, asshole!
How about Tank?
God damn it, you little faggot! Why isn't Tank Hankerus working out? Because it's your fucking questions and it doesn't work! I'm not a character actor, asshole!
You are the worst!
So are you! Quit fucking calling! I can't get the girl at Starbucks. There's no fucking girl at Starbucks, you...
Of course not!
No, because you're gay!
Improv to give you something to let you shine!
Let me shine.
You know what the beauty of this Tank Hankerus bit? Like, everyone else has acknowledged that it's one of those bits that's not going to take off on the show.
No.
Except for Travis in New Hampshire.
I'm trying! Listen, Tank, I am trying for you to give you something to put on your resume.
Okay, homo, quit calling me with your man crush. You're trying to do a bit that's not working, it's never going to work, and nobody fucking likes.
I like it.
Another idea or another
You
character
forgot
that
to
we
tell
can
him to
play
try
again.
the, garlic butter saw.
And try the garlic butter sauce.
Hey, Tank, hey, Travis, you should call every day with something for Tank Hankerus.
Heat Rock doesn't like that
That's
idea.
why he knocked my water on the floor. He has to clean it.
Stephen S. from Bayshore is saying tank suckerus.
That's right. Tank shitterus.
Is this one of yours, Steve?
I think Tank is very good.
What do I have to do to be a Steve from Bayshore?
Be a
put on 50
horrid
pounds and-
anti-Semite.
Yeah.
And maybe take a writing class.
Oh.
All right, Travis. Good job. We'll try again tomorrow with the tank bit.
Yeah, we'll
come
try
back
again sometime, and I'll bring something better to the table. All right.
Every day you call it a Tank suggestion.
Yeah, Travis wants to be part of the show. So maybe, Travis, your assignment is to come up with a new bit.
Oh, I can be the new bit caller guy.
You come up with a new bit that you can do over the phone. We'll take a listen to it tomorrow. All right?
All right. So, Travis in New Hampshire, I am...
We know.
Oh, we got it.
Instead of Tank Hankerus, we should change his name to Shit Dickerus.
All right, we're gonna take a quick break. When we get back,
I gotta pee.
I know. We're gonna do Spaz and his credit card.
Right.
It's a great bit from back in the day.
Way
Spaz, our
back.
old intern, gets his first credit card. We all remember that day. Remember?
Oh, sure.
You splurge a little bit. You might go to the Gap or I don't know some dumb place to get
buy some champagne cocktails high in the Sierra Mountains.
But Spaz really partook in the
He
credit card.
wasted money that he never could pay back.
Right, and we'll tell you. We'll show you what happens next. Stay there.
All right, I want to welcome back all our affiliates to the O&A show.
You'll never hear that.
Just practicing.
Yeah, for nothing.
Want to say hi to our new audience in Dallas, Texas. Check it out, the Opie and Anthony Show. Hello, Dallas.
Are all our affiliates back on the network?
Just got our ratings from Detroit. Thank you to everyone in Detroit making us number one.
It sounds ridiculous. It'll never happen. Please.
And let's not forget Washington.
Yes.
All right, Ant.
Yes.
Now let's get to the reason why we called Spaz in.
Well, he was talking about his birthday, which was yesterday, I guess. And he stayed in the city. What night?
Monday.
Monday night. He stayed in the city. Stayed in the big city.
Yes. Figured you'd splurge for your birthday, right?
Yes.
You and Eric, I presume?
Yes.
Erica and Spaz stayed in the city.
Mm-hmm.
Stop looking at me, man. Jesus, now I'm paranoid. Christ.
Want me to stop smiling, too?
Spaz, call my family. They'll let you in on a few things about me. I have a barrier like Anthony. That's why him and I get along.
Yep.
We don't like people getting too close.
And we know how far not to go.
Right.
With the barrier. It's simple. Hey, how you doing? Everything okay? You know, got a problem in life. It's
Jesus.
just like, dude, what's up? Nothing, you know.
Oh, my God.
BS or this BS. And then you move on.
All right?
But we don't even get that far talking about things.
Well, maybe someday, Spaz. Anyway, let's get back to your birthday. You spent it in the city Monday.
Went to the city.
With your lovely girlfriend, Erica.
Erica.
Yes. Very surprised she's still with you. After the stuff you've pulled on her. But that's okay. She gave you another chance, right?
Yes.
Very good.
All right. So now, Opie, let's say you're working at a radio station. It's your entry-level position into the biz, so it probably doesn't pay all that much.
I made less than Spaz.
Yeah.
At my first radio job. This is officially Spaz's first radio job.
Yeah, now, well, you got to take into consideration the cost of living and the things go up. The pay rate has gone up.
And it was the early 70s.
Yeah, right. So on an even basis, it's probably comparable to what you were making. Based in
that's
time.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Sure.
So if you were going to stay in Manhattan, you would probably really shop around for a hotel because it's very hard to stay in Manhattan for under a couple of $100 in a room. It doesn't matter where you stay. If you could get a rate of $150, oh my God, you're lucky.
And I would panic if it was anything more than $200. I would panic.
Mm-hmm.
But it's my birthday. I'm with my new girlfriend because Erica's kind of like a new girl with Spaz.
7 months.
7 months. It's relatively new. I'd splurge and go, okay, I think I could swing about $200.
2 bills.
No more, no less.
Right.
That would get you what? Howard Johnson's something?
Something
Place on 11th Ave.
The Holiday Inn over
Holiday
here
Inn,
in
maybe.
Midtown, maybe.
something something nice, But you're not Fleabag, but you're not talking the 4-star luxury hotel.
Okay.
Anyone want to hazard to guess which hotel Spaz chose to stay at?
Oh no, it's Spaz. How many stars? 4-star hotel,
dude. Hold up another finger. They go up to 5. Yeah.
A 5-star hotel?
Yeah.
What are you, nuts?
I think after the 4 seasons, this is rated one of the top hotels in Manhattan.
Dude, he stayed at the St. Regis.
Oh my God! Oh my goodness! Jesus!
Like, would you ever dream of walking in there? Unless it was a freebie for a promotional thing or something.
All right, Spaz, let me tell you something. Ed and I we're doing pretty well these days. Not great. Still underpaid. I wouldn't spend a night there. I don't have the money for that.
I'm Diamond Spaz Brady.
The St. Regis?
St. Regis.
Stayed at the St. Regis. Now, this is great. This is great.
Did you have a doorman and everything? Did he bring your bag?
I had a butler.
Oh, my goodness!
They assigned a personal butler to each room.
Jeeves. Yes, Jeeves. A personal butler for each room. Yeah.
Jeeves, could you get the car? Give me a ride around the park. You know how I love the park.
This guy's Arthur now, all of a sudden.
I think I would like to take a bath.
I'll alert the media.
All right, Spaz, so you figured you were splurging.
Yes.
Did you have any idea how much this was going to cost?
No, see, I called to the Pennsylvania and the Peninsula Hotel, but I couldn't get a reservation, so I only knew of the St. Regis.
So you just called and said, I need it for Monday night, didn't ask the cost or anything, right?
I did ask the cost, but I thought that the amount that they gave me was the standard price for a room.
And how much was the amount they gave you on the phone?
They gave me on the phone $6.25, but it was more than that.
Oh my God! Christ! Dude, if you even want to go a little higher end for a hotel instead of like the Holiday Inn or the Days Inn or something like that, there's the Novotel, which is like a upper end, the Sheraton. The Parker Meridian,
the Park
which
Central,
is right
Park
across
Central.
the street.
Isn't
These
bad.
are all hotels based in the $200 frame, the $200 to $300 frame. 600 and what?
25.
$625 for a room with a personal butler. What did the butler do for you? Give me the whole butler's whole little schedule.
All right, hold on. So you I'm stammering like Spaz now.
You're so stupid!
So did you pull up to the St. Regis?
Yeah, actually, we walked from Grand Central to the St. Regis.
Walking from Grand Central.
Dude, you stayed at the St. Regis. You at least get your woman like a cab ride or something.
Or a limo.
A limo.
With a duffel bag.
Yeah, but it was funny though that they were all like didn't want to let me in at first because I was wearing my heavy metal T-shirt with my torn jeans and my leather jacket.
Oh my God!
And I
okay.
So that was a little wet.
This is great.
All right, so then
I gotta know what the butler did
the
before
butler,
we forget.
He pressed my clothes.
He pressed your heavy metal concert T-shirts. He ironed your clothes.
He ironed my clothes.
Did he iron your underwear and everything?
No, just my pants.
He ironed your clothes.
And was it the heavy metal T-shirt or something else?
Yeah, it was a heavy metal T-shirt and the shirt that I wore to Paisanos later that night.
Yes, your heavy metal T-shirt is done, sir. Would you like the creases down the sides, sir? Sorry, I seem to have sort of put the crease in the wrong spot. You know. Now, Spaz, did you indulge in any room service?
No.
No.
But I did
being thrifty.
But I did tackle the alcohol bar.
Oh, the mini bar.
The mini bar.
Room. Now those things, Spaz, are very expensive.
I didn't know that.
What do you mean you didn't know?
Well, I found the bar menu after I partook in the alcohol.
You thought it was like a comp, like it was free?
Yes.
For $600 and some odd dollars for a room.
You figured that the alcohol was free?
And
alcohol's to get you over the bill.
And the Rice Krispie bar and the candy bar and
so how much was your mini bar bill?
Well, they added everything all together for a grand total.
Of what?
Of $743.
And $43 for a night. Do you realize that's a month's pay?
That's
easily?
like rent.
That's easily a month's pay for you.
Yeah, but I didn't pay by cash.
So, you used your credit card?
I just got a credit card.
Oh my God!
I just got it like 5 days ago.
Oh no! Is this your first credit card?
My very first.
Oh my God! Do you know
Dude,
what this is?
Give me your credit card. I'm gonna do you a favor. I'm gonna
Rip it up right now.
I'm gonna cut it in half.
But that's not. Well, there's a lot more than 743 spent on it right now.
What's your maximum? What's your limit on the card?
5,500.
5,500. How much do you have on it already?
How much did I spend on it?
Yeah, how much is already have you spent on it?
$2,000.
Oh. And you got it how long ago?
5 days ago.
5 days you spent it. Dude, you are on the slippery slope of credit card debt. Your pal Anthony can tell you all about this. Point in my life when I had a crappy job, I had 3 credit cards and about $20,000 in credit card debt. It took me 3 years of doing radio up in Boston, making more than I was making in construction, but it took me 3 years
to pay off the card.
To pay it off and making a real effort. I mean, throwing every spare dime I had at the credit card bill, and I was making pretty good money. Now you're making entry-level money.
Yes.
In 5 days, you have cut your credit limit in half on this card. You're probably going to go out and do the other half within a week.
No, I'm going to hide it on myself.
It doesn't work.
What else did you buy?
Well, I'm wearing part of it now, the shirt and jeans that I'm wearing now.
Yeah.
That I spent, I got it at a good price at Old Navy.
Ah, good price at Old Navy. Yes. And then what else? Any other splurges? Dinner? Did you?
Yes, Paisanos.
Ah, Paisanos.
That's free.
We eat free there.
Tip, though.
You put the tip on the credit card?
You put the tip on the credit card?
All right, Spaz, now I got to ask you this one, too. Yeah. Cash advance?
No cash. I haven't got my PIN code for that yet.
But when you get your PIN number, do you know how much interest is on the cash advance?
No clue.
Do you know how much interest you're paying on this card?
I believe 12.9, but I didn't read the paperwork yet.
It's probably 12.9 for the first 3 months, and then it goes up to like 19.9.
I would say, yeah.
And then cash advance is closer to 25%. So, I mean, your minimum payment could be like $80. Out of that 80, 10 of it will go towards paying off your debt, and 70 they pocket as interest.
Wow.
It's amazing, and Spaz, it never ends, because you know what happens when you get done chalking this up? They'll send you more, and you will use them. I know you. I did the same thing, and you know something? To this day, after I paid it all up, I do not own a credit card. I have an American Express card that gets paid off at the end of the month, and credit cards are so friggin' dangerous, Spaz, especially at your age, at your pay rate, and you seem like you're getting a little irresponsible here. 5 days, $2,000. How could you pay off? Oh my God! At the St. Regis, $740 in one night.
$743 for one night. How long were you in your room?
Spaz Trump.
Not counting sleeping.
Well, I was kind of angry. I fell asleep at like 11 o'clock.
And then you woke up and
hours,
it was time
maybe.
to check out.
A couple hours tops, because I was in Manhattan just shopping.
So you fell asleep 11 at night.
Yeah.
And you woke up when?
I woke up at about 2 hours before checkout.
So he
oh my gosh.
He spent the night in a bed.
So you checked in for $743.
Yeah, then left to do shopping.
What time did you check in?
I checked in at 2 o'clock.
Okay, 2 o'clock. He's getting his money's worth. So, but you were out of the room until you came back when?
I was out of the room until 9.
9 at night. So 2 hours. You're watching TV?
Yes.
Did you rent any of the movies?
No, we're just watching TV.
Just watching TV. 2 hours later, he's out.
Yes.
Did you bang in the room?
That's not information I could...
I'm just thinking, for that kind of cash and 2 hours you're in the room, you better have had a really good time.
It's personal information.
Oh, okay.
All right, so you banged her. All right.
So $740 go on your credit card for one night.
Yes.
Was it worth it?
Do you wish you would have stayed at a different place, maybe without the butler? A butler. Opie, have you ever stayed in a hotel with a butler?
No, and I don't want to.
No.
That's the funny part. I have no desire to be that fancy.
Housekeeping.
But the place is great, though.
Yeah?
The setup is wonderful.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, I bet.
This just in from Stone C from Jersey. Tell Spaz to hide his credit card in the same place he puts his brain. That way he'll never find it.
Spaz, did you lie on your credit card application about how much you actually make?
No, I did not.
You didn't pad the number just a little to the high side to get that $5,500 credit limit?
Well, it's part of an exclusive academic club.
Wait a minute. What exclusive academic club is this?
It's called Who's Who.
You have a Who's Who credit card?
Yeah, it's for those who have achieved academic accomplishments.
Wait. You're one of those Who's Who people?
Yeah.
But wait a minute.
Are you in a Who's Who book?
Yes.
Academic accomplishment? What did you have to write down that was your academic accomplishment?
They submitted my name to be in the Who's Who club. I own a college submitted my name.
How much did it cost you?
I don't remember.
To get in?
I really don't remember, but I'm a part of this, and I'm in their yearbook.
So they send you a credit card based on your Who's Who status?
Yes.
With a $5,500 credit limit?
Yes.
Of which you've burned $2,000 already?
Yes.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, lifestyles of the incredibly stupid. Today we delve into the life of Spaz. You may have heard this term before, but it really applies to Spaz. Nigger rich. Spaz, making in the tens of dollars working at NEW, spending it like a drunken sailor. Look at his room here at the St. Regis. Him and his lovely girl Erica have a personal butler to iron his heavy metal t-shirts. Here he is whisking his lovely lady away on a train at Grand Central Station, where they will walk 50 blocks to the beautiful St. Regis Hotel, costing more money than he sees in a year. All chalked up on his Who's Who credit card. As we speak, Spaz is over his limit. After a fancy dinner at Paisano's, which Spaz gets for absolutely free, he generously tips the waiter on his new credit card. What a pain in the ass for the waiter, who now has to claim it on his taxes. Spaz, you dumb prick! Lifestyles of the incredibly stupid. Here he is wearing the St. Regis robe, which he took home, and they charged him an additional $500. Did you wear the robes, Spaz?
No.
And the slippers?
I wore the slippers. They were very comfortable.
Those tacked another $85 on his bill. Let's delve into the minibar. Living like Spaz on a diet of Rice Krispie treats and Chivas. Dining like the stars. Spaz, how did that $25 Snickers bar taste?
Spaz, come to think of it, I want to be your friend now.
Spaz is buying dinner.
Spaz is buying dinner tonight.
This just in from Juan from Queens Village. Hey, Spaz, the butler wants you to call him because he felt withdrawn from you. Hey, Opie, with all the money Spaz has, maybe he could buy a nice strapless dress to wear for your date tonight.
Champagne wishes and ravioli dreams. Raviolios. Spaz, for one evening out on the town at the St. Regis, able to get away from his normal diet of weenies and beans. For room service at the St. Regis. Here he is being greeted by the doorman that won't even let him in until he gives a reservation number. What a tool! Here he is, Spaz Rockwell. Who wants to stay at the St. Regis with a guy that's acting like a millionaire? Spaz has about $3,000 left. Maybe, what, $3,500? We have another 3 days of Spaz acting like Donald Trump. Here's Spaz writing out his check for 25% interest.
Spaz Fernando on line 9 says you could have went to Cancun for a week on that money.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
If you're going to spend the money, you might as well, like...
If I could treat myself.
Here comes the repo man to Spaz's pad to repossess his brand new Old Navy clothes.
Spaz, you could star in the remake of The Jerk with Steve Martin. He could, right?
Spaz, you are going to go through that credit card so fast. Hiding it won't matter either.
Why?
Because you hide it, and then you just go,
I'll just use it for this one thing.
And then before you know it, no more credit limit. You're left with the bills, nothing to show for it. What else? Somebody wants to know. They did the math. There's $1,300 that you have spent on this thing other than your St. Regis stay.
Yes.
What did you spend it on? It couldn't be $1,300 in dinner at Paisanos and clothes.
No.
There's another big charge on there, isn't there?
Yeah.
Did you buy some form of electronics?
Yes.
What did you buy, Spaz?
Okay, I purchased stuff to upgrade my computer system.
Okay.
I bought computer games. I bought PlayStation games. I bought $200 pair of boots.
$200 boots! Wonderful! Here's Spaz lounging in his Spaz pad in his $200 boots, playing his brand new PlayStation game. Oh, look at that. Bills just pouring in, but Spaz doesn't care. He works at NEW. Look at the lovely beanbag chair he's purchased for his lovely apartment.
Oh, my God. So you bought some stuff. What did you, what? Spaz is also getting a new apartment, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Where you looking, Central Park West?
No.
A luxurious townhouse.
I figure I could stay there for 3 hours. For the rent, I haven't figured out. I could stay there 3 hours. It's great. It's overlooking the park. It's beautiful. Oop, I'm evicted already. In the time it took me to say that.
Oh, my God. So you spent all that money revamping your computer, and how much did all that equipment cost you?
That equipment cost me about $500.
Yeah. Okay. 5 beans there.
Yeah, $200 for the boots.
And then 2 for the boots.
Yeah, some new clothes. Didn't you buy anything for Erica?
Yes, I did. I bought her a nice outfit and some other things she needed.
Okay, good. All right. In Spaz's defense, because a bunch of people are calling, they're saying, hey, man, everyone has done this when they first get that credit card.
Yeah,
we
of
have.
course. I mean, that's
I'll
why.
be honest,
I mean,
but
I totally went.
I never had the balls to like spend $743 one night in a hotel when I first got my credit card.
Dude, I was dumber. Get this, me working on my tin knocker salary. They sent me a credit card with an $8,000 credit limit.
Oh,
$8,000.
I'm rich.
Now, did I piss it away? No. But did I do something incredibly stupid? Yes. What did Anthony buy?
What'd you do?
I bought a Sea-Doo jet ski.
Oh, that's right.
On a credit card.
I remember the jet ski.
I laid out that thing, wham! But I had 3 of the best summers of my life. And I was able to sell it after I was done, kept it in good condition, paid interest up the ass for it, but I was able to sell it for something. Not like, if you piss it away. Oh my God, on dinners and things like that, which I also have done. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I was incredibly stupid. Tips to the waiters at Paisano instead of cash.
Dude, I gotta ask you, did you tip the butler?
Yes, I did. Not on the credit card, though. I gave him cash.
I slipped him a one. I gave him a dead president, Mr. George Washington. I said.
No, I said, come here, let me take care of you.
Let me take care of you. And how much did you give him?
I greased his palm. Well, I gave him $10.
$10.
$10 to iron your heavy metal T-shirt.
Thank you, sir.
All right, listen. People are calling up with their credit card horror stories. We do have to take a break here. Anything else you want to get out here?
Oh, my God. This just in. Opie, your girlfriend Sandy, checking in.
Yep.
She just ordered a cruise on Spaz's credit card. But don't worry, Spaz. Opie will pay you.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Hey, this is Jim Brewer, and guess what? They left. So enjoy one of my bits.
Anthony, the Razor rollerboard scooter, these damn things are all over Manhattan. It's the hottest product this summer. You probably have seen them by now.
I defy anybody to say they have not seen one of these. They are very popular with kids, teens, college students, even people commuting on these things, Opie. They're pretty cool. And I know these guys that had these little hop-up kits for them. So you could hop it up so it'll go fast enough to really get dangerous. Sleek looking.
Souping it up.
And just a piecer to ride.
Get the hell out of here with that thing now! Christ!
Just visit one of their stores or go online.
Wait, try to catch this little bastard. I'm going to kick him right in
He's
the gut.
bringing back a memory. If you live on Long Island, man,
Oh, yeah,
every neighborhood
This
had
is my
the kid.
dad, right? So
Had the kid with the
moped
stupid moped or the motor or the mini bike.
Yeah, with Dad raking, he like, ah, slow
All day.
Long Island memories,
guy,
man.
Too. He was also the guy that would stop like in the middle while you're playing a stickball game.
Yeah.
And he'd stop and he'd get off the bike and you go, oh no, it's the moped guy got off his bike. Give me the bat, faggot. You have a cigarette dangling from his mouth. Pitch the ball, faggot, pitch it.
Take a swing.
And he would look horrible swinging. Pitch it good before I kick your ass. This game is for fairies.
He would take off.
He'd always have a dribble of snot in his nose, but he couldn't say nothing because he was too tough.
Because he beat you up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Another Long Island memory. Thank you, Jim.
Two brothers in jail.
The Razor rollerboard scooter. Give them a call or go online. The Razor rollerboard scooter.
If you want to drive your dogs to complete insanity, go to Razor.
I can't laugh Knock it up! Get inside! Get inside! If you come down here with that goddamn scooter one more time, I'm calling the cops! Get inside! Get inside! God damn it, he's gonna get my goddamn... God damn, he's gonna give him a goddamn heart attack! Call the cops, Henry! Call the cops! I'm calling the cops, you son of a bitch!
All right, calm down, Chester. Calm down.
All right, B, stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Sit! Stop it!
The choke collar. They got him by the choke chain. I can't even do it.
Jesus Christ! Knock it off! He's gonna die! Call the goddamn police! Please, no. He doesn't even live here. I want him arrested. This is ridiculous. He doesn't even have a license.
Anthony's left the studio. Come back.
Oh my! You're killing me. You are effing killing me,
Mike. What's going on?
Oh my God! I can't believe this. I gotta run to the bathroom. This guy's amazing.
Brewer's hilarious.
Jesus.
He's hilarious.
You're the man, Brewer. God bless. God bless all of you.
All right, Mike.
I can't friggin' breathe. Okay, Brewer's spitting up.
Oh my God! You gotta do that on stage, man. That's great. The visual's even better, man. Look at him shake.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! The goddamn... What the hell is going on? The goddamn animal from across the way, his mother don't give two craps because she's never around. He's got that brand new scooter for Christ's sake. Knock it off! Knock it off! Our dog's name was Moogie. Moogie! Moogie!
You are a Met fan.
Knock it off! Moogie! Knock it off!
God damn. That is classic.
That and the same time with you get the same results from fireworks. Remember fireworks?
Yeah.
Hey! 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 I'm calling the cops, goddammit, on each and every one of you. My dog has been under the goddamn bed for 3 hours now, and if you give him a heart attack... Watch the roof, you son of a bitch! If my roof goes on fire, do you understand me?
That's Long Island, though, man. That's Long Island. In all those neighborhoods, they'd have their own fireworks display right in the middle of the street.
Poor one dog.
The screaming old lady, though. Everyone had him.
One family left that one dog alone.
You are killing me with the dog, with the choke collar. That's all it would sound like.
Chris, what's going on?
Have some water.
Dude, you've got to get him out of there. I'm standing in the middle of the street laughing my effing figs off. I'm going to get creamed by a minivan.
Well, he's puking right now for playing the dog. So.
Oh, man, I can't even breathe.
What are we in the middle of, Dan? The Razor Rollerboard scooter.
I totally forgot.
It's the Razor Rollerboard scooter.
Stay tuned for more Radio Awesome. It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Yeah. All right. Looking forward to it.